Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode. I am Michael Petrow, and on the show this week, you have got Sportsing Part 2. If you've been listening to the show for a minute, we did an episode, a few episodes back, with Brayden Solberg and Milan Horanski, two lovely comedians from Winnipeg, and that episode was, we built a hockey team. We drafted our own hockey team and tried to come up with the best movie characters who've played hockey. Could they actually hit the rink and do the same thing? This is part 2 of that. We're going to have many parts of these, to be honest with you, because we want to get through all the major sports and then eventually work our way into the ESPN Ocho and get into like pickleball and downhill racing and the cheese wheel race and all that stuff. Anyways, this is all about football. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have combined brains this episode, and we're doing something like a fan casting. We're sharing the load together. We're doing rapid fire. Who should be in what position? We're figuring out a coach. We're figuring out the QB, the offensive, the defensive, the special teams, the cheerleaders. Where's the stadium? What's the team name? And where is this football team playing? Are they playing in Canada? Are they in the CFL or in the NFL? All of those things were touched on this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Milan and Brayden for coming back. Thank you so much, gentlemen. You're such a fucking fun time to have on the show. So that's who's on the show. That is what is on the show for you this week, ladies and gentlemen. Big announcement time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you saw us last year at the Winnipeg Comic-Con, we are back this year. As of right now, I don't have a schedule for you. That will be coming. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all that information. You can also subscribe to the show there. Everything that we do, everything that we try to advertise and where we're going to be, it's all found on those 3 platforms. So subscribe to one, subscribe to all 3. Subscribe to all 3. It's way better. You'll never miss an episode. You'll never miss an event. You'll never miss anything in the Real Debater universe, and you can masturbate along with us all you want. So Comic-Con is October 29th, 30th, and 31st at the Winnipeg Convention Center. We will be doing a panel. That panel is TBD at the moment. We're coming up with something that's fun and violent and themed around the month. It's obviously Halloween, so horror characters are going to be involved. It'll be a live recording. We'll interact with you guys in the audience. If you've been to one of our shows before, you know this. We love audience participation. We love asking your opinion on such things. So again, October 29th, 30th, and 31st at Winnipeg Comic-Con, a Real Debaters live recording panel will be taking place. I have nothing else for you this week, ladies and gentlemen. So I give you Brayden, I give you Milan, I give you Jimmy, and I give you myself. Here comes the football. Are you ready for some football? I'll cue the reel, and you enjoy the show.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everybody, to the official space section of the Charter.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Sir, you're out of order. Out of order. I show you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to the Real Debaters. Welcome to the place that asks the question, what happens when real life meets real life? I'm Michael Petrow. Jimmy Skinner. We have friends in the room, don't we?
Yes, we do. Well, it'd be weird if we didn't. Like if they we brought enemies today.
We went out to the park and said, you two guys, do you know how to podcast? No, we have Milan and Sully back. We're doing part 2 of our sportsing. I guess we called it we called it sportsing. I called it sportsing.
That's what we do. We watch sports here.
Yeah. No, we don't.
There's a game on tonight. There's 2 games.
2 football games tonight?
There is.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so fit. Because it's Monday Night Football.
That's right.
So funny.
Yeah.
So, as mentioned when we did this last time with the boys, by the way, hello, Milan.
Hello.
Hello, Sully.
Hello.
You're holding that microphone. I love how we've never not had
it just feels right.
We broke it at the movies in the park we did, where we were just ripping it down, and it was like we didn't have a light, we didn't have we had our cell phones, and I was just like, fuck it, who cares, and ripped it off the brand new table, and lo and behold, now I need to buy some more booms. So the way you're holding it is just, it's very sexy, actually.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I feel it feels more authentic. It feels like I really should be here.
It feels NPR, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It feels like you should whisper.
Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast. The sportscast.
The sportscast.
I don't like that.
So as mentioned, yes, the last time these two gentlemen were on the show, we sportsed with hockey, and we did it out of season, but nonetheless, we started doing sports. Is it actual football right
It is.
now?
It is
Like-
actual football, not just Canadian.
No.
No, what I mean, is it preseason still? Or
No,
is
it's
it
a
No, it's
regular
all-
old season.
regular old season has started?
We're wrapping up week number 2.
Wow.
You got that right.
And how's Tim Brady doing? Tom,
Tim Brady. He's doing his best out here.
is Giselle okay with him coming back after saying
love that.
he pulled the Michael Jordan and then
He retired and came back.
I actually saw a report that talked about Giselle and Tom, and it was like putting words in their mouth, which I thought was really funny, but it was about their relationship, which I always think is super hilarious. And it was like, Giselle says that Tom knows that this is his last year of football, or else they're done. I was like, all right, TMZ, relax.
I believe that though. Like he went home.
Calm down, Harvey Weinstein.
He retired for like a month, and he was like, I gotta get the fuck out
I
of here.
feel like Tom Brady's like what he wakes up to, like his alarm clock is wham bum 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 ba-da-doo. Like that's how much he loves football, you know? So
Do you think he loves it that much?
I think he loves it that much, and he heard that alarm clock. He's like, it's time to work out. It's time to get ready.
Then it's the Thursday night.
How
theme.
can How can you love a thing that you make your bitch every Sunday? Like
Yeah.
at some point it has to get boring for the how many like I'm done playing a video game when I've reached all the goals and all the records and all the points and all the things.
That's
that
what
you need
he's
to-
doing.
Is he treating the NFL like a fucking video game where he's like, still need to get my high score? Someone's got a better high score.
Or do you think that he realized that there's no real trophy for being the best dad?
Oh, it was all fake.
Yeah.
There's dust on his shelf where the spot should be.
Yeah. And he's like, fuck this. I'm going back to a real game, America's game.
I'm going back to where I'm loved.
Yeah.
So, as you can tell,
Never
obviously
gonna
we're going to be doing a entire podcast on tennis because we're talking about
Yeah.
football. No, this whole thing is part 2 of the sports thing with Milan and Sully, which as now part 2, I feel if we do this with anybody else, we're cheating on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So many other sports to come. Once we get through the majors, I feel through baseball, we've done hockey, we're going to do football.
And then we hit the ESPN 8 stuff.
Then we get into
Once
the
we go to the Ocho.
the
That's
Ocho.
right.
I want rock paper scissors. I want like cheese hill running. I
Have
want
you seen?
that shit.
There's a documentary about the rock paper scissors tournament that is a real thing and actually takes place. And this guy goes to it and he's joking, like he's taking it very seriously, like he's been training. And he takes it so seriously the whole time. It's hilarious. And he goes and they actually document the whole thing. And it's straight up just random chance. Like there's no being better at somebody. I think there isn't. But then I read online that there's all these different techniques and things you could do to like read a person and moves you should make based on their first move. And I
think Milan has.
it can't be that deep.
Our thing when we were a kid, we had a move where we'd go, what color shirt you got on?
Right.
And then they're more likely to pick scissors if they answered. If they
Whoa.
didn't want to answer.
And did it work?
Well,
We thought it worked.
I like
There's zero proof to say that it worked.
I like how he says this is from when we were kids, but we still do this when we play video games to see who gets home ice.
Like we
Yeah.
start with rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
I pull out what color shirt you got on.
Yeah.
And then
And
I
if he
gauge it from there.
answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not past tense. We still do that trick.
Yeah.
So like if you come out rocking like fuchsia or
Yeah.
salmon or
And he declines to answer, I'm like, he
He's
might not
going
go-
rock.
He's
Is
going
that a rock move?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can feel it. I get what you mean now. Well,
Yeah.
that's a rock move.
Yeah.
to your do you smell what
Yeah.
rock paper scissors is cooking? To your point, it is so much random fucking chance.
I think. Well, I mean,
well,
it's 33%.
So is roulette, and they say you can crack that. I don't know how.
Like, I just don't know. I wish I could know the techniques because I'd love to actually go to a rock, paper, scissors tournament and watch them play and watch the pros.
I feel well. You know what? It's a sport. It's on ESPN.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the show at some point because
Those-
we're not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Those 6 pros definitely funded that documentary. There was zero funding from anyone else besides the guys in the documentary.
They
No,
pr-
the funding comes from the paper companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Hilroy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready
Pull.
for your
That's a
back to
deep
school
pull.
shopping? So that's what's up this week, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do this as a group this time. We've realized that sometimes it's fun to stand alone in this room or sit. Who are we fucking kidding? Lie down. And sometimes it's fun to do the lifting
We're
together.
doing a lot of team stuff
A
lately.
lot of team stuff lately, right? Still, nonetheless, we like to chew each other apart, but as the podcast evolves, so should the games. So we're going to do a fan casting, if you will.
Yes.
We're going to come up with our own fake football all-star team, essentially. We're not going to cast, like, all of the defensive line. We're just going to cast, like,
Key positions.
Key positions, and then, do what you want from there, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end, I hope as a group we can come up with a mascot. We can come up with a team name based on all these ideas because I feel that shit will flush itself out. So either that or we just picked the Bring It On cheerleaders to take care
I
of
think
this
we just
whole
call
thing.
them the Rudies.
Yeah, Rudy was on none of the lists. None
Rudy
of the,
plays
like,
every position.
Yeah.
But Rudy only plays for 32 seconds. Like,
Oh, and it
that's
was all
what-
bullshit.
right? Like it was to
Joe Montana was like, "Yeah, I was there. I played at Notre Dame. That was all bullshit."
Yeah. Apparently they asked the guy, like the coach was down to put Rudy in.
Yeah, he's like, "All right."
They were like, okay, well, we'll try to get him in.
Yeah,
but then
okay.
they just needed a villain for the plot of the movie, and they just made this guy a complete asshole.
That's what I hate when you take creative liberty with a story that's true.
Yeah.
You want to take it with some bullshit that doesn't line up in everyday life, fine. That's what we're here for. Suspend disbelief.
Yeah, fuck Rudy.
But like making the
It's all
coach
about radio.
we have Cuba on a list somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know if he's playing with a radio or football, but nonetheless, he was on one of the lists. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the tussle, before we get into the debate, we got to talk about what the fuck we're watching. Sully, what are you watching?
Ooh, I've been watching a lot lately, both TV series and movies, and I've been getting into some of I like to say the trippier movies. So I've watched like
Oh.
Midsummer, I've watched Black Swan,
Ooh.
and recently I watched M. Night Shyamalan's Old.
What'd you think?
I thought it was actually really good for a movie that kind of has like a not played out plot, but it's a plot that like we've all thought of, just nobody's actually executed. I feel like,
Sure, yeah.
you know what I mean. And the twist at the end is,
I thought it was not bad.
I thought it was good.
It at
Spo-
least made it make sense a little bit.
Spoiler alert, refresh me because I went on an M. Night Shyamalan run, so I don't know if the trees are talking
And
at the
then
end
like
of this one.
Shyamalan run.
A Shyamala run.
That's right. It's there.
It's that we need to
It's
workshop
there.
it. What happens again in the end?
Yeah, so you already put the spoiler alert out. So basically, what happens is like all these people, they're aging really fast on this island.
Yes, that I remember. Yeah.
And then once they escape, it's realized that they're doing it for medical testing to try to find like cures to cures.
That's
to
right.
real
They're
diseases.
rapidly aging people to test
So
against.
each one of their drinks that they gave them at the start, when they got to the resort,
Had
were
right.
actually different types of the pills that they were producing.
Resort drinks are bad, kids.
Yeah, but I really love the movie. I watched it when I was pretty baked, and it's
As you
everything
should. Yeah.
and everything still made sense, which is I feel like it's a cue for a good movie.
Yeah.
Like I watched Midsummer High, and even though that was a bad idea for anybody thinking
Terrifying,
of doing that, never
yeah.
do that. But
It's that kid with the eyebrows.
yeah,
Just freaks me out.
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Not
But
the cliff jumping.
if you
No.
if you do it and if you get high and you watch a movie that's confusing like that and it still makes sense, I feel like then they've thoroughly thought through the plot.
They got through your haze.
Yeah, exactly.
I dig it. That's one too. Like, I mean, yeah, okay. Red Doorknob. That's his big "Hello Hollywood, I'm here to fuck with your head" type thing from The
Yeah.
Sixth Sense. But that's one that I feel they did really good. Like, usually you can kind of pick up on where it's going. In his last few, like Happening, I felt was kind of whatever.
It's not his worst.
No.
Absolutely.
His most oddball though was what's the one where we go visit grandma and grandpa for the weekend.
Oh, The Visit.
The Visit.
Yeah.
Another one where
you guys
were
seen
like,
The Visit?
I don't think I have.
I have not.
That's a weird. So we could spoil it. It's from like 2006.
Yeah.
So these kids go to visit their grandparents, but their grandparents turn out to be two psychopaths who actually murdered their grandparents. And
They
it's
escaped
just
from
a-
an old folks home
yeah.
and took over their identities. And the story is these two kids have never met their grandparents because of a family issue. So they don't know what
Yeah.
they don't know that these people don't look like their real grandparents. So they spend the weekend with them.
It's wild.
It's so wild. Watch it once though; it'll freak you out. Watch it again, you're like, it's two crazy old people.
Yeah,
shit. Their
you can see it
pants
the whole
chasing
time.
People, like it changes as soon as you find out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Now you don't need to.
Yeah.
Nor does anybody who thought about watching it. Sorry, guys.
I don't think they were ever going to. We're
No.
okay.
Do you
Yeah.
think it would suck to become known for the twist?
Like
M. Night
that's your
Shyamalan
thing?
became known for the twist.
He can't
and then
just write a
he's-
straightforward
He's got to be
movie
like,
now.
fuck it, where's the twist in this?
Oh, he's
you know?
handicapped himself. Yeah.
Like he
yeah.
paid himself in
How
the corner
can
with
I-
the twist, you know?
How
Like
could I twist it?
Like if he wants to
Yeah.
make himself like a fun, wholesome family movie with
Yeah.
no twist, it's just
romantic.
everybody's
comedies.
annoyed. You know?
Yeah.
Wants to make a biography, but he's somehow got to figure out someone's
What's
life with a
the
twist.
Yeah. yeah.
How
He
do
just
I
puts one in. He does the Rudy.
Yeah. I think that's a new term, the Rudy,
Yeah. The
where you just change something so drastically, like
That
the
little
the coach
fucker.
was a villain.
Yeah.
It's called the Rudy.
He's a nice man.
Trademark. What do you give it? Like how many?
I give it 3 resort cocktails out of 5.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
nice. 3 out of 5.
Three highly
I think
drugged
that's reasonable.
cocktails.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable answer.
if you knew what was going on that island, like if you were there and it all of a sudden came to that you were aging fast, would you be like, meh? Or would you be like, get me the fuck out of here?
Well, that's what I think is funny. Like the parents are all freaking out, and then there's those two kids that are really young. They're growing up. They start banging, and
that
she
was
gets
fucked
pregnant.
up.
That's right.
So they fully accept the fact that they're whatever. We're getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't realize it at the time.
Game on, I guess.
But like while everybody else is freaking out and dying, these two kids are just find a spot on the island and they just start banging each other.
Who knew?
As you do.
Yeah.
And it's the kid from Hereditary too. So
Right?
It's just,
Is it?
The desk,
yeah, he's
the
a
desk
scary
banger.
guy.
The guy
With
who
the
bangs his
not
face.
the clicking kid. That kid scares me too. They're finding a lot of creepy children to be in movies nowadays.
Well, I mean, if you got if the shoe fits, you know.
The son, he grows up into the boy from Hereditary. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get
The
what
one
you're
who slams his face into the desk in the middle of school
Yeah.
and then watches
Exactly.
his sister get a little off the top.
Gotcha.
And,
She shouldn't have went to the party.
That's the same director as Midsummer, right?
Yeah.
Hereditary and Midsummer. They have the
Yeah.
same director.
Ask that guy.
Yeah, they
He's
do.
gonna know.
I
that
forget
more
his
than-
name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige production, come over here. Don Mancini production, go over there.
I'll ask you about She-Hulk later.
There we go. Yeah, no. I does any like he did a show for Apple too.
You did?
Yeah, he did a series. He did 10 episodes of an Apple series. I'm sure it has a twist, right? And a shout. You know,
Legally asked to.
right. Contractually, we hired you to make a twist.
Yeah.
But this
And
is a
he
true
did.
story. Make a twist. Have nights. Make a twist.
Maybe that's his chance to have like some sort of normalcy. Like not every episode has to have a twist. So the first like 5, they could be
sure,
real
yeah.
episodes.
You have to stretch a little bit.
Every episode's a cliffhanger. I mean.
Once episode 6 comes around, then he's like, all right.
He's
can't
just
take
introducing
it.
random characters. It's like
It'd be
it's a
funny
twist.
if you had to double twist.
Like go one way and then
The
come back and
whole-
be like, psych.
It wasn't really that way.
Yeah, like in his case in the movie, in the old movie, at the end, after the twist is revealed, the main character wakes up and it was like it was all just a
Oh my
dream.
God.
That would be like the worst thing of all time. He double twists, you know.
And then Notorious B.I.G. starts playing. It
Yeah.
was all a dream.
He just goes fully into self-parody. I don't know.
Cut to
Yeah.
credits.
I think I'd like that
Yeah.
though.
He really embraces it.
Or he wakes up on the plane to the resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts himself, he's like, I'm going to do this in real life. See what
Yeah.
happens.
It's like Final Destination.
It's actually just a resort, but in his mind, he thinks it's his dream that he had.
Yeah.
So he's slapping the cocktails out of the waitress's hands.
No.
Don't drink that, Mom.
What, any low level television, any shitty reality television, any television in general in your life?
Yeah.
On your weekly?
Maybe not shitty, but I've been doing a rewatch of this is actually my third rewatch of The 100.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
And the first time you watch it through, you're like, this is horseshit. It's bad.
That's
'Cause
the one
it's
where they get put back onto planet
Yeah.
Earth after XYZ amount of years
Yeah.
has gone by. Okay, and they have to repopulate, right?
Yeah, but then
Okay.
they find out there's actually people on the
Yeah, they've been
on the-
hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's weird because I think there's like something like either 5 to 8 seasons. I can never remember the exact
Wow.
amount. But
I started it a
I didn't
couple
know it
years
went
ago.
that long.
But you start it and then it's really good. Like it's got good Rotten Tomato reviews.
Okay.
It's the
It
first
did
like,
well.
the first 3 seasons are like they're really good. I actually find like the action and the plot in them really
It's fun.
interesting. And then they get into this like weird zone where you're like, I think this is bad. But then it all, if you keep watching it through, everything makes sense at the end, and it doesn't feel like you got like
Like they tied it all together.
they tied it
well.
all together. But the seasons that seem bad, it wasn't just like a consolation to get to the end. Like it wasn't like you have to pay this price for this to make sense. It actually is good when you factor in the ending.
You sound like someone like 10 years ago trying to justify Lost.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Hey man, Time Island, I'm on your team.
No,
we
it's
go.
a smoke monster. You just don't.
Don't worry about the polar bear.
You don't understand. You have to see it all the way through and then watch it again.
There's themes, man. You need to catch the themes.
It's Canadian.
But it gets better. It's gotten better every single time I watched it. So even now it's even better than the second time I've watched it.
Isn't that nice when you can watch a show and it just keeps getting better and surprising you every time?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's like Breaking Bad gets better every single time you watch it.
I think so. Because you know what to look for.
That's true. Yeah. If and that's why we rewatch. Right? That's why shit goes into syndication.
Well, and you notice the things you weren't necessarily looking for the first time because you have more time to pay attention to other things.
That's why Friends
So it
is on
works.
in the other room and the TV's not even on. Like
You
Friends
never
is
know.
everywhere.
Have you seen the one where Ross dates his cousin?
We still talking about the one
That's Friends.
that's Friends?
That's Friends, yeah.
Okay.
There's
I
a
was like-
lot of... They skip a lot of episodes.
Want to
there.
talk about old some more?
And they never acknowledge 9/11. Not one time. Joey's a firefighter. They never once talk about 9/11.
Joey was a firefighter
Yeah.
before he was an actor?
No, he's a volunteer firefighter.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they did skip 9/11. That did. Wow, I
I
didn't
know.
even. You never even think about.
They live
that,
in New
right?
York. They live in New York, and it happens over the show when they don't do anything. It doesn't matter.
Gripe. You got a gripe with that,
I
don't
got a
you?
gripe. I got a
Yeah.
qualm.
All right.
They don't want to ruin the fun, silly, goofy.
Yeah, some executive.
I can't remember.
Too late.
Too late.
9/11 did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's listening. Trust me. There's a dude with like very, very skinny features, kind of flippy hair. It's a head of hair I'm jealous of, obviously. Younger. He was in The Return with my buddy BJ directed the film, and he was from the 100. And I was bugging BJ for a minute. And I was like, try to get him on the show with us. We can talk about the 100 with him, because that's when I'd started watching the show. I don't know his name though. Am I giving you a great description?
Did
of
you say the guy
actor?
who looks like a skeleton?
He's fairly skinny. He's one of the lead characters. I think he's one of the he gets sent back to Earth.
Okay.
Oh, what the you know what the
This is
tablet's
why he
up
has
there.
the tablet.
Yeah.
That's why I have the tablet.
I'm trying to think.
We're gonna get a Jamie someday. That's
I'm
the
trying
goal.
to think of the skinniest person on the show. I can't do it.
Skinniest person.
Oh, when I tell you, you're gonna be like, "That's not exactly how you should have described him."
A
but
bunch of
that's
the people
okay.
from the show were in Winnipeg. I don't know why I know that.
Just hanging out.
But they were filming a movie here. I don't know what
Oh.
movie it was, but I was like, they're like half the cast. The guys got recast in a different movie, and they were here, which I was like, weird. But it was filmed in Canada. It was filmed in BC.
It's a huge BC production.
It looks like it.
Richard Harmon plays John Murphy.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might have been.
You might have seen the filming of The Return being made here while he was in town, because BJ's from Winnipeg.
Okay.
And I think they shot it here.
Hmm.
And if you'd seen like half the cast, maybe Richard Harmon was like, "Hey, 100 people. There's a film being made." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
that would make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
the only time. But anyways, yeah, he did a film with BJ. And why do you like the 100 so much for a third watch?
Yeah, third watch. Why do I like it so much?
Yeah, like what is it? What's paying off?
I just think that.
Is it the theme?
It's.
Is it the characters? Is it the plot?
I think it's because like it's a show that in theory, when you're sending somebody to the ground, there's like in a plot like that where you're like they're in space, they come down to ground. It should be one season, and then after that you're like now you're dragging things out like The Walking Dead, you know?
Yep.
But they find a way to like make the villains fun, make the story make sense, and it kind of just like everything that you think would be bad about it is actually what's good about it. So like for example, like the fact that there's other people still living on the ground seems cheesy at first because you're like, why did these people have to leave then?
But
then
they do a good job of
those people
explaining
like,
it.
those people push the narrative throughout the entire show. So without them, the show's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, the big twist, if you will, is no, we didn't have to leave. You didn't have to leave.
The Shyamalan.
That's
The
what they're called.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Funny. Shambhala Music Festival. Very. I can't tie that together.
All
sorry.
right.
How many do you watch it because like you're just checking to see how close we are to dystopian futures being real?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to plan how I'm going to survive.
And it's Canadian, so you just go to BC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go to the mountains.
That's the answer.
Go to the redwoods. How many Richard Harmons out of 10 do you give it?
Oh, I'll give it a. Trying to give it an
Or
honest-
5. You used 5 earlier. Let's get
Okay, out of 5, I'll say a 4. I'll give it 4.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
I think it's good. I think people should watch it. I think people should watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many seasons?
I think it's 7 seasons.
7. Okay.
7 seasons. I mean, if you have a lot of time to dedicate to a series, because there's pretty long episodes, the seasons are long. So if you're looking for time to kill, that's my recommendation.
Okay.
I think he needs to be a little nicer to his wiener and do a little less Richard Harmon. Yeah.
That's why we don't pay him the big bucks to come up with those witty one-liners.
For the Lord.
What's your weekly, Jimmy?
I watched that have you guys maybe seen those weird ads? Do you remember it was just so bizarre. Everyone's like, "Oh, there's a movie coming out and Kevin James plays a Nazi." Have you guys seen those?
I've heard about
No.
it from you.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I watched it, and it's absolutely strange. So it's called Becky, and it's about a little girl who goes up. She's, like 13, and she goes up to the cabin with her dad, and her dad is telling her that he's married to another woman now, and they don't have a great relationship. And this Nazi Kevin James breaks off a prison bus and goes to their cabin. He's searching for he's searching for one of those MacGuffins. You know, he needs a certain thing, and then he'll leave. And the daughter has it, and she won't give it to him for some reason that I really can't figure out. But it's just
What's the MacGuffin? Do you remember?
It's a key. It's a literal key. But it's a fine movie. Like, it's interesting, and it's neat to see Kevin James play, like, a serious role, because I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life.
That's not his bread and butter whatsoever.
I don't know. He does a fine job. He just does. It's not. He's not scary enough. Like I don't feel. He's
not
not
Nazi
a guy.
enough.
I don't feel afraid of him. Like he has this giant swastika on the back of his head, but he's still just Kevin James. Like on the front of him, he doesn't have a big swastika, so it's like you're still Kevin James.
Kevin James, like
Kevin
Grown-Ups?
James. Yep.
Grown-Ups Kevin James.
Yep.
I feel like every
Like
movie,
King of Queens, Kevin James.
Not Chris Farley.
every
Not-
movie I've watched with him in it, I can say that he plays Kevin James.
Yeah.
Like,
This isn't that.
You never remember the name of his character. You're just like, oh, that's Kevin James.
Chuck
playing
and Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That's my.
He could be either or.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
You know, he's a fireman. It doesn't matter. What's the plot? Like, why is he a Nazi? Do we find that out?
Oh no, he just is.
Okay.
Like it's not. It's all. It could.
Boom,
if
Nazi.
I feel like if they ramped up the violence to the place it could have been, it feels like it has a Grindhouse kind of feel to it, but they don't actually go all the way there.
Is
And
it
it
a
just-
thriller or a horror?
Joel McHale's the dad.
Joel McHale from like The Soup?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
Jesus.
Community?
yeah,
This sounds like an elevator pitch gone too far.
that's what it is.
2 words.
Like,
Kevin
there's
James
just-
Nazi. I guess
That's
three.
exactly what
Yeah.
it was, and that's how they
Joel
advertised
McHale plays the dad.
it. That's right. That's how they advertised it, and it just somebody picked it up. I don't even remember the company that it's on, but it's
How?
on Prime right now.
I thought it was supposed to be funny. Like I didn't even consider that
Oh,
it
the
could be
funny
serious.
Nazis.
Like I thought it was gonna be like what's that movie? Jojo Rabbit type. Like
I was
Yeah.
just going to say
parody,
Jojo
yeah.
Rabbit.
But I
No.
yeah.
It doesn't have any of that. It's not funny at all. Zoe told me, well, and she
Heil
says
Hitler,
that it
Heil
does
Hitler,
a good
Heil
job.
Hitler,
Yeah,
Heil Hitler,
yeah.
Heil Hitler,
Yeah.
Heil
It could
Hitler,
have been.
Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler.
It could have been.
Could have, okay.
But Zoe tells me that it did a good job portraying teen girl angst. So they got something right, and that's nice. And it was a fun watch. It's kind of like a shut your brain off, enjoy kind of movie.
What's I have more Nazi
Kevin James
questions.
Nazi.
I have more Nazi questions. I'm not done with this yet. What did they make him like an American History X Nazi? Do they make him a Green Room Nazi?
There's no reform here.
No?
He's like I would say Green
Neo?
Room Nazi. Yeah.
Okay, so Neo.
Green Room fits that. Yeah.
Newer, new age.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's bald.
In
Yeah.
the Vogue Nazi.
Yep.
Okay.
Dead on.
That is
He just,
interesting.
I feel like if they could have just amped it up more, I think, and he would have maybe he could have played it better.
Okay. And how many? It's Kevin James in the front. Do you
Right?
give it out of
How
10?
many grown-ups out of 10?
How many chocolate milk wasteds out of 10?
Like a 6,
Yeah.
I'd say maybe. I think it's a fun watch, and I think you guys should watch it if you have nothing else to do. But
Was it
It's fun.
$1.40?
no, it was free. It's on Prime.
No. I mean, like,
That was free.
The weakest pitch. You can watch it if you have nothing else to
Yeah,
do.
if you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
no. Like $1.40 meaning like hour 40 minutes. Sorry, not.
I think it's only an hour 20, hour 30.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
in that.
It's not a big-
All right.
It's a cheap rental.
It's a cheap.
It
It's an
is.
odd price.
$1.50. Well, I don't know how much they rent movies for now. Why is anyone renting movies?
Yeah.
That shouldn't exist.
You should be paying a monthly fee to rent all the movies. It's
That's
called
right.
streaming. Any TV in your life?
I've been watching. I watched the first couple episodes of Shulk, but haven't really jumped into anything else.
Okay. What do you
Sully
think
has
of Shulk?
major problems with Shulk.
Look,
Oh,
I
no.
not for the problems you think. Not for the problems you think.
Oh no, he's an incel.
No,
isn't
no.
he?
I promise you.
I shouldn't be twerking.
That I feel like that
No
whole.
Jordan Peterson here.
Yeah.
Where is the storyline in this show?
Oh, I don't think it's supposed to have one. It's supposed to be like a week to week.
Can I?
law drama? Law comedy.
I'm buried in it.
Okay.
Like I have a hard on for fucking green. Like
It's like
I
Ally
see-
McBeal.
I see green now, and I have to sit down.
Yeah,
like it's
gotcha.
It's like Boston Legal.
Yeah, this
He's-
guy.
right. Yeah, this guy right here. But like, no. To your point, just without a rabbit hole here, it is episodic without a storyline. The
Yeah.
storyline isn't something to tie us back into Marvel. The storyline is to introduce her character.
Yeah, but there's still like I don't know, like
She's a big deal in Secret Wars, and she's going to be a big deal in Kang Dynasty.
gotcha.
So we just need to be introduced to her in a fun way. I see what you're saying.
Where's like who's the villain? Is it Titania?
It's the law.
You want to know who the
the
villain
law.
is? You want to? I have an idea on who the villain is. The male patriarchy.
There you go.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right?
It's
Taking
the
it
punk ass viewer.
It's
You're the villain.
She should just. I think she should just deadpan camera say that next time. You're the fucking problem, Sully.
right.
I like. Here's the thing: is I really like Tatiana Maslowski. Is that her name, right?
Yeah. I will
Something
screw it
like
up. but yes,
Saskatchewan.
yeah.
She's really good, and I like her as a character. I just like the show just gets me because I'm like, where is this going? Where are we gonna? Where's the? How's
I
the
know.
I hear
finale
you.
gonna go?
You've been. We've
What's
all
the
been.
lead up?
We've all been told You must see everything, otherwise nothing will make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, this doesn't matter, doesn't make sense, and the only thing that will matter is when we see
Blade.
No.
Daredevil.
I never is it Matt? Matt Murdock?
Oh,
Matt
yeah,
Murdock,
yeah.
Thank you. I
You
screwed that
knew.
up. I screwed
You
that up.
knew. It's Ben Affleck.
Affleck. When we meet him again.
Gotcha.
And an excuse. It's like an excuse to do this. It's like, how do we give you She-Hulk? Well, let's give you She-Hulk with no through line. It's fun for 30 minutes.
No pressure.
There's no pressure. It's an introduction to a character. It's a character study, right? It's like, here's all the things you need to know about it. This is from a film perspective. This is not from like a fucking nerdy Marvel perspective. I'm just
A little bit.
defending what it's getting criticized. A little bit. But the male patriarchy is the villain in every episode. How the man is trying to step on her, right?
Gotcha.
And it's cool to do because we've had enough. We've all got what we
Have we?
right? Like
we still get some.
four white guys in a room, we get whatever we want on film, right?
Yeehaw.
So like give the female Marvel fans that are like,
Hold on. Actually,
all
you're 40. You're out of the demographic.
sure,
now.
yeah,
It's straight white males 18 to 39.
but like give the fans that don't get a lot something, and that's what this is. So I thought Blonsky was going to be a fucking
Big problem.
big bad, but he wasn't, right?
No, he was in the show for like a couple episodes. And
He's reformed.
Right, but I thought he was fucking with everybody.
I thought it was good how I think I know what's coming because I watch a lot of
Breakdown and shit.
breakdown and stuff like that on it and what it could mean, which is key Marvel nerd right there, which I guess I am now.
Sure,
part of.
yeah.
But they were talking about
We got
how
time. Go into it.
I like how they set up something with the Hulk. Like something's coming, and I think it's
the Star Cruiser and him taking off.
Yeah.
is
With
gonna-
something.
That's
Yeah.
now that could be
his son.
It could be what
possibly.
you want, right?
Yeah.
His son.
Things just happen.
That's
when
what they're
you're
setting up. The fact that he had when he was the Hulk in the Thor Ragnarok when he was stuck on.
old. He was fucking.
He was fucking as the Hulk, and he created a kid, but he doesn't even know about it. That was like the theory.
That's
behind it.
wild.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Because there's actually a character in the comics that apparently that where that happened.
Boy Hulk. Hulk boy.
I think it's called Brawn. I think that's the name of it.
That's a lot cooler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why he's going back to Sakaar. That's what the.
Sorry, this is all running through Michael's head so fast, and he's just.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up here. Anyways, no, okay. Okay. All right, check these in. Let's move along.
Well, I've been big into watching The Bear on
The Bear?
actually
Oh.
Jimmy's Wreck.
Yeah, The Bear's fucking awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Great show.
I think I got 1 or 2 episodes left. Did you kill it all? I think it's all out already.
I'm 8 in.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I think that might be all
I
there
think that
is.
might.
all there is.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
all there is.
Yeah.
I'm right where the inspection took place, and it fucked
Yeah.
everything up. And
Yeah.
then they really start to gel, and I'm sure there's a huge problem coming.
Oh, there
yeah.
almost
Yeah.
always is.
It's such a
Yeah.
stressful show.
It is like there's one episode. This won't spoil it for you, but it's a 20-minute scene of panic in
Yeah.
the kitchen, and it's one like tracking shot the whole time of just madness and things are falling and yelling. And I've worked in kitchens. It's stressful. I don't know if it's that stressful. I feel like this is like
oh,
there's
this is a
Hollywood,
hot
man.
take.
they're doing like the Gordon Ramsay version of stress where everything's got to be a big.
What are you, an idiot sandwich?
Yeah, like I feel like the guy can relax a little bit.
Maybe.
yeah,
chill.
yeah.
Like, what do you? Are you big into food shows? Like food theme?
I mean, I'll watch the odd Bobby Flay versus the World or whatever, but
The odd diners, drive-ins, and
the odd,
drive-ins.
yeah. I don't know if I'm big into it. How big are you into it?
Oh, I'm.
Before you call me a poser.
No, dude. I wasn't. I
I'm
wasn't
just
laying a
kidding.
trap. Oh, you think you know? Let me teach you. No. I'm just curious because it's Lip from Shameless. So
I know.
you liked Shameless, right?
I did,
Remember
yeah.
that? And you were a fan of
I think
Shameless.
everyone did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an everyone show because we all see each other in Frank. But like,
That's what.
right? Yeah, that's a little me. I would bury my dead ex-wife with drugs and dig it up when I need to
You never
get
know.
high. Never know. Be prepared, Boy Scout. But as someone who isn't interested in food shows, I wonder what that's like for you. Are you drawn into it? Is it a good story?
It is a good story. It's weird that Lip, it's in Chicago,
And
He's-
he's still.
and
yeah.
he is Lip as a chef. Did anyone else feel that way?
I did.
Yeah.
Like I was
absolutely.
like, could they not have changed it a little bit? At least give him a new city, something.
maybe he doesn't smoke darts.
Yeah, he's such a good actor.
Or maybe
and
he
he's
lives
the
in
exact
Chicago.
same
guy.
character.
I know. No, I know. Actually, just announced today, A24 is doing a film with him and Zac Efron, and it's a wrestling movie.
Okay.
So there we go. In
Okay.
Chicago.
If I see him smoke one dart, I'm gonna lose it.
He will.
They should play into that where like he's losing himself and he takes out the pack of cigarettes. Someone like smacks it out of his
You
hand.
don't need those.
You don't need those anymore.
Well, what if this is Lip going on with his life and doing this? What if he left? What if he left
what happened.
Shameless, but it's still the same universe?
It's
just
like
like a
it's
few
like the Happy
blocks.
Madison universe. Like it always comes back. Have you ever
Right?
seen those videos on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
I-
cones.
One thing I wish I wasn't watching. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Godfather. I think it's 50th anniversary on cable, and I'm with my parents right now because they're doing
They
a
have
big
cable.
renovation.
That would explain that.
And I could pretty
have
much
cable.
I can do Godfather 1 from start. I hear the music playing. I know what scene they're on because my dad's just running it 24/7. It makes me want to. It's the worst.
Right?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like no, like the movie is amazing, but all day, every day,
You've
it's
been ruined.
And my dad started wearing a pinky ring. It's horrible. It's like we got major issues. I got all issues with the Godfather.
How did it, I mean, this movie's been out for fucking 50 years. How did your dad?
Oh,
How
he's
is-
seen it
I 14
in
times
1972.
Yeah, when it
and
came out.
hasn't seen it since. Is that why it's on repeat?
No, it's his favorite
just
thing in the
loves it.
world. He also read the book, which I got for him.
Wow.
Mario Puzo.
Puzo.
You're
Yeah.
feeding the addiction.
It was entertaining. I've fed it too much.
I guess there could be a worse movie that he's playing.
Yeah, but it's 1, it's 2, sometimes it's 3. You ever see number
Never.
3
I've seen 3 many times.
when
It's-
Fredo is Al Pacino, he's being haunted by Fredo.
Yeah.
Michael's being haunted from the ghost of Fredo.
in the middle of the kitchen.
What are we doing? Yeah, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he holds his heart and goes, "No, Fredo."
Well, see, I always read that as he was having a stroke, and his brain was like flashing shit in his head.
Well, that's the mature way. I read it as this is dumb.
Okay, that's fine.
You're giving him too much credit. I
Sorry,
think.
sorry. Well, no, it's Francis. It's Francis Ford Coppola. See, it's gonna be super funny when I tell you what I watch next. But so when will you watch The Godfather again?
100th anniversary. I don't know. So I wish I wasn't watching so much of that. And what I did actually watch was Elvis movie.
Oh, okay. How is it?
It's pretty good. I have some problems.
Okay, go.
I
Floor is
have
yours.
problems with the montage, the 40-minute montage at the beginning of quick cuts, because I don't care for a cradle to grave biopic. It's some of everything and nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's too much.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think like The Straight Outta Compton was such a great movie, because NWA was only together for like 2 years, so they really got
covered all of
they
that.
got so to dive into those 2 years. Elvis is like, I was
Too long.
I was thinking, what about Priscilla? And then there's one scene where she's actively involved, and he goes, "Baby, don't go," and then she leaves him.
Apparently, they're making another Priscilla project.
And now,
They are, What?
Yeah, and I think I was like, did they purposely leave her out for that reason?
Caleb from Euphoria, the big, tall Australian guy who's the evil one.
Is that Jacob Elordi?
Jacob Lordy's character is going to be playing Elvis. We're going to have a 6'9" Elvis, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, Elvis was not a big man.
I thought
guys.
everybody wanted Miles Teller to play.
That's
Elvis.
hilarious.
Did they not?
I would be okay with Miles Teller playing Elvis.
I think that
for
would work.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd love to see his tape.
Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I that's why I'm going to go off of his notes.
It's very like Great Gatsby like.
Well, it is the same guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
That makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah, it's
But like that opening montage is like it kind of reminds
what's
you
his
almost
name?
exactly of the movie.
But Baz Luhrmann.
Baz,
Romeo and Juliet.
Weird.
Moulin Rouge.
Weird.
Right? Like big, stupid, rich tapestry. Fucking make it is maybe even a little avant-garde. Tell you the truth, like just stupid, fucking out there, right?
The opening is very avant-garde. Like, there's one scene when, and this doesn't spoil anything, but he's on a Ferris wheel cutting deals with Colonel Tom Parker. They're making deals to decide his future at the top of a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, that's where you do that.
And I'm thinking, am I supposed to believe this happened? Is this supposed to be
this really
hilarious?
how
Is this
it-
a dream? What is this?
anyone from this story still alive that can verify any of this?
Yeah, it was very bizarre at the beginning. The first 40 minutes are very bizarre.
What
It's
did you-
also very long, like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oof,
Something. So.
Jesus.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
You get Elvis, Aaron Presley, born to Priscilla, and then you get banana, bacon, peanut butter
How long
sandwich.
do you
and a
think
heart
you could eat
attack.
like Elvis before you die?
I've been
a
going
week.
like 2 weeks now.
A week, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah.
So
What did you think of Tom Hanks acting? Because that's been a big point of debate in the movie community.
Well, I feel like everyone's giving Tom Hanks a hard time on his acting, but who knew what Tom Parker sounded like? Like everyone's like he's talking weird. I was like he's Dutch. Like, he's not just doing that for shits.
I have a theory. No. I was one of those people. When I heard that accent the first time, I was
Yeah.
like, pardon me, Colonel Tom Parker sounds
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I just always assumed he was from
I have
Kentucky.
the southern drawl.
There is one very hilarious moment in the movie when Elvis finds out that the colonel's screwing him over, and he leads with, "You're not even a colonel." Above all the things he took from him, he's like, "You're not a colonel. You're never a resident of the United States." It's like you started with colonel.
You're not
Neither
even
of those are a bad
You would
thing.
I've
never
never
even-
seen a single medal.
That was a good Elvis impression.
What tour were you on?
Yeah.
I thought he was doing when I first started watching it. I thought he was doing like an Adam Sandler impression where he's does
That's
a,
funny.
Shut up.
That was good.
Sometimes it's only the first time.
I think I'm gonna get fucked up and watch this movie.
You should.
I really do. I wanna do it with Shauna. I want to do it with Shauna.
Yeah.
Just because she's a big fan of Mulan. So like
Okay.
she loves the really crazy world stuff, right?
She's a big fan of Mulan.
Moulin Rouge. Not the movie that not that movie.
Yeah.
But does it how does he do performance wise? Because I see this as our walk the line.
Oh, he full on thinks he's Elvis now.
He had a hard time coming out of that role, I remember.
Yeah, he is great. Like if it weren't for Butler's Elvis, I wouldn't have cared for it. But he's just so good.
What else has he done? What else has he been in?
He's the guy. He's Tex in.
Once Upon a
I
Time in
rewatched
Hollywood.
that as
That's
well.
right.
Yeah,
I'm here to do the devil's business.
yeah.
I watched that movie for the first time recently. Actually.
How'd you do?
I liked it. My girlfriend's a huge Tarantino fan,
Okay.
so I didn't really. I have watched Tarantino films before, but I've thought about them in the way that like all of his movies are like takes. They're different takes on real life
Problem.
problems.
Yeah, he did a kung fu movie, right? He did a western. He did
Inglourious
a
Bastards.
He did a blaxploitation racist era piece. Like he does what he watched growing up
Yeah.
in his way.
Feet.
Yeah. I this might be a hot take. I put Once Upon a Time nearer the bottom of his 10 movies.
I put it down there too. Actually,
I don't
agree
think
with
that's a
you.
bad thing.
It's just something about it. Like, first of all, when I saw it in the theater, a guy stood up and yelled 3 fucking hours, which is one of the funniest things, and it got a huge laugh because it ends like that ominous way, you know.
Yeah.
But,
3 fucking hours.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
one
buddy.
of the funniest things
This
ever.
is Tarantino on the poster. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's I get like the meta stuff, but I think maybe I don't want to say get over yourself about Tarantino,
Maybe
but
a
it's like
little bit.
it's so much into yourself. It's so self-indulgent. I don't know. That's what I found.
You can say Tarantino's important to film because he did something different.
Yeah.
You can say Tarantino has a foot fetish and is a weird fuck.
Boy,
That's
does he.
not far from the truth.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true.
But yeah, is there a Tarantino poster in here? No, there's not a Tarantino poster in here. There's a reason for that because I feel a Tarantino poster just is like a fuck you I know about film in a room, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a Scorsese or a Nolan than a Tarantino, but you love a Tarantino. Okay, so Elvis, how many
How many peanut butter J fried sandwiches?
Yeah.
I give it 3 out of 5 peanut butter
Yeah.
sandwiches. Like
That's
'cause
kind of all we
Butler-
got today.
Yeah, I like Butler, but the way the movie was like crafted, I didn't care for.
Ah,
I
Baz.
didn't like the production value.
I did not.
And like he doesn't have to talk like Elvis anymore. He can
No.
stop.
Right?
He
His
can turn it
interviews
off.
where he's like, hey, what's I'll show you how to do it.
I feel like he's just trying to hold it for as long as he can. Like he's like, this might be the biggest thing I ever do. You know,
It could. You
It
know
could
what?
be.
That could be
It
a
could
pop.
be.
it'd be
and-
like if Brando kept the cotton balls in his cheeks after The Godfather, and he just kept rolling with it. You know, yeah.
Marlon, those cotton balls. You can take. No, I can't.
why?
Well, all right, I'll close this out quickly here.
What'd
X.
you watch?
X.
Yeah.
Started
all
X the other
right.
day. Ruined it because I was like, I stopped because I wasn't given enough time. Then I was like, fuck it, I'll just read it. But
You
then,
piece of shit.
okay, I don't understand what's going on though.
What do you mean?
Explain it to me.
They're making a porno.
I know they're making a porno, and I briefly skimmed it.
Uh-huh.
Is Mia Goth's character the old lady?
No, that's two separate characters. It's not the same.
Okay.
She's just also playing the old lady.
That's what stopped me from going back. But she's playing the old lady, and she's playing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then never mind.
That's
I will
all.
go back to this.
That's all.
Right. Am I in for a treat? Because I did like
yeah.
it.
Where'd you stop?
I stopped right where the cinematographer is like, I'm going to make this a fucking Oscar.
No, keep watching.
Gets stabbed in the throat, and then
Yeah.
she just goes to town and turns him into tartar. Like,
Yeah.
keep watching?
Keep watching.
Okay. All right. I know it's short.
It's a
like,
beautiful movie.
I
It's about love and age and how you can't do the things that you used to do as you get older. It's a beautiful movie.
That's in the. I'm halfway
Yeah.
through the movie. I didn't find that anywhere.
Look for the themes,
Oh,
brother.
Okay.
They're there, I promise.
I don't doubt you. Maybe I need a stronger prescription.
It's a slasher. There's a bunch of porn actors and strippers are going to make a porno movie
Yeah.
at this secluded like cabin.
It's very Texas Chainsaw.
yeah.
And it uses the Texas Chainsaw.
Kid Cudi's in it.
Kid Cudi fucks in it.
Yep.
Wow.
Brittany Snow gets fucked in it.
Yep.
I was so impressed with the director's choice to put a jizz mark on the back of her
That's
as they come out.
equality.
I was so impressed with. They were like, we're making a porno movie, so we're gonna have all the things that are left behind.
That's right.
After a scene, she literally wipes her back. I was like, good for you.
Wow.
Like, fucking put that shit in. Like, we're adults,
It's a
right?
good movie.
This is to not have it would be like you made a movie about a movie crew making a porno.
Give
And
it a try.
you
I don't
didn't-
know how much you guys watch your spooky movies, but it's coming up to October, and it might be
What is this
worth a
called?
watch. It's called X.
Like
Well,
EX?
okay.
Just the letter.
Here's some stuff for you. So, X I watched because I interviewed Tim Williams.
Yep.
Tim Williams is a composer. Tim Williams has stuff on Pearl, which is the prequel
Coming
to
out.
X.
We're going to see it tomorrow.
We're going to see Barbarian tomorrow.
No, I bought tickets for Pearl.
You bought tickets for Pearl.
Yeah.
We're going to see Pearl.
Yes.
I need to finish X tonight. Perfect. That's fine. But he did the soundtrack for Pearl, and like Mia Goth is apparently one of the new Scream Queens. She is the shit in the horror world. But that was the reason why I watched X. Was I'm like, okay, well, I really want to see Pearl, and this guy's blew my mind with what he had done. Listen to the episode, Sully and Milan. He talks about how Marvel does their thing. It's very brief, but he actually is like, this is what they do. This is how they screw you. This is the machine that they create that you have to like bow down to and work within.
Smart man.
But he was very, very loose about it. But nonetheless, it's a tidbit in there. Point is, I watched X. I like it. I love the 80s horror slasher genre.
It just feels good. It looks
Yeah,
good. It feels
looks-
good. It's tight.
For what could be a B movie, it's a very good,
It's a B movie done an A way.
done with A talent,
Yeah.
essentially, right? So what normally would look really cheesy and really campy looks really good and really real, but it's a campy film.
It's a slasher that makes you care about these characters.
Wow.
They're
Yes,
all
it's very
relatable
true.
and they're all very deep and written well.
Do they use any Kid Cudi songs?
No.
It'd be funny if, like, you say he's fucking, and
He's-
put, like,
he's
soundtrack
Scott
to my
Muscati
life in
in
the
this.
background.
Yeah.
You know?
Man
Soundtrack
on
to
the
my
moon.
life. Yeah.
He's Scott Muscati in this. one.
Okay.
Yeah.
For TV, I closed The Offer, which this one's for you, Milan. This one's
Okay.
from the bottom of my Italian aunt.
Yeah.
The Offer is the 8-part miniseries on how they made The Godfather.
Oh, where can I,
Oh,
where can
don't
I
tell
find it
your
so I don't
dad.
tell my dad?
Okay, don't tell your dad. It's on Amazon. It's on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Nobody
Which-
has that.
I do. I have Paramount.
know
That's
you-
how I got it.
Oh my god.
My dad doesn't know how to get Paramount Plus. And I didn't teach him because he wants to watch Yellowstone, like the prequel.
Oh, which is only on Paramount
Yeah.
Plus. Yeah. Okay, so it's start to finish. The guy who made Hogan's Heroes leaves Hogan's Heroes, wants to make a movie, finds out about The Godfather. Then Mario Puzo comes in. Guy who plays Mario Puzo is amazing. Guy who plays Francis Ford Coppola is amazing. Then they show the writing of it and the duality between what happened in real life and how they put some of that stuff in the movie.
Wow.
Like they actually have a family dinner where like the guy playing Marlon Brando is like, honey, sit down, you know. And then he sits down, and then all the boys sit down after. All the girls have sat down. It's right out of the fucking movie.
Wow.
Right, and it's got Miles Teller as producer Al Ruddy, the guy who
Weird.
would not stop. Does a great job as like basically a Hollywood producer in the 70s. Bob Evans, who is Michael Goode, or Good, Goode.
Yeah, I think just good.
Good, okay.
I think just good.
He plays Bob Evans, the drug-addled executive producer from Paramount Pictures. Who else is in it? Lou Ferrigno plays
Beautiful.
Lou Ferrigno plays
Coming
the
to
guy.
Comic-Con.
Do you remember the guy who sits down and wants to wish Don Corleone? He's like, I hope you have a masculine child. Remember that guy in the movie? That's who Lou Ferrigno plays.
Wow.
Who, real true life story, that guy was a real mob boss. They didn't have anybody, or he was a real mob guy. Enforcer, sure, whatever. So they asked him to be in the movie. What you see in the movie is him rehearsing his lines. They just got a shot of him rehearsing in a corner and acted like he was rehearsing what he wanted to say to Don Corleone because he was so nervous.
Love that.
Wow.
So it's a real moment used in a fucking fake script.
That rules.
It's start to finish everything Godfather. If you love The Godfather, I'm speaking to Mr.
If you've seen it
Yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
seen it 1,000 times, watch how they made it in
And then you could throw like facts at your dad that he won't even know.
Yeah.
They come up with, they show you so many cool things about how Sicily was almost out, how they would have never got to Sicily. They didn't have enough money. How the mob came in and started to muscle them out of money from the
Yes.
production budget.
I also did they get into this at all? How the crime? I think it might have been Gambino crime family was like talking to Coppola, being like, "Yeah, we don't like this. Take it out." Like
Oh,
some
no.
guy, some mobster with like
They-
his feet on a desk, you know.
You're gonna have to take that.
They
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They don't say mafia in the first one because they had it in the contract. It was Joe. Was it? I don't know if it was. It was the,
Latruglio.
it was the. It was the. It was the Gambino and the Carlotta. I don't know. It was too big. It was two of the five
The
families.
Falcones.
They.
I know these names.
Yes.
You
yes.
name pastas? No, just kidding.
But they were there. It's all there.
That
It's
rules.
like the mafia was very against it, and then they got the first like private screening of it, and then they're all just like, "Oh my God, this is us! This is hey buddy, you know."
He nailed it.
Right?
Yeah.
He nailed it.
That's me.
I'm the guy with the ice pick. No, I was
That's-
kidding.
you see that,
yeah,
me?
yeah. You see, Ma?
I made it to Hollywood.
I told you, Ma.
I'll give X 7 out of 10 right now. It'll probably grow.
I
to
think you're
an
gonna
8.
like it. I
Yeah.
really think you're gonna like it. Look deep. Enjoy.
And I give The Offer 8 out of 10 cannolis.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Nice.
Is what I give it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A delicious weekly watch list from the four of us for you. It is now entering the second hour, which I'm impressed that I managed to keep us on time. And in the second hour, it is time for cue that music, Jimmy. Boom! It's time for a debate.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Goldstein, give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's ass.
I know what kind of guy you are. I never would have agreed to work with you.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Would you repeat it?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
And this week's debate is brought to you by, and it's only right if we say it like he said it.
Okay.
Foosball. Foosball is the devil.
It's for the devil.
My mama said. My mama said that foosball is for the devil.
Did we?
Do we have to?
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
No, we don't. We don't have to. But it would be great if you did. That being said, I said at the top of the show, ladies and gentlemen, that this whole thing was inspired by football, thrown around the pigskin.
It's
what
on
have
TV.
you. It's on TV. It's a sport.
We're branching out.
We are, and we're using what we know. I don't know why I'm talking like Christopher Walken. We use what we know best, which is how to apply our favorite characters.
So we're going to assemble a team. We're going to each
exactly.
pitch the position player, and we'll just vote on whose is the best and who makes the best argument, and then we'll move on to the next position until we have our full team.
Exactly. And this is speed, right? This is first things out of your brain. This isn't designed to be like, I'm going to ponder for a minute. Like, I'm speaking to myself, actually.
I have my list. I don't really have why.
I have, we'll figure out why together.
That's right.
So, what do we want to do first? Does anybody have?
Let's start with the coach.
Start with the coach.
Yeah.
All right, coach. It is. I can't remember his fucking name for the life of me right now.
This was your one job for the episode.
No, I know. It's Burt Reynolds' character from The Longest Yard.
I think he's just Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
you don't. Hang on.
Like from the new one, I think he just plays
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds.
Coach Reynolds.
Coach Reynolds. That's a good pick.
The mustache in the
Yeah.
credits, right? No,
That's a good pick, though.
it is. I'll tell you why I love him while I'm looking this up. See if I can.
Well, I like it because you get a player coach.
You do get a player coach. You can put him in if you have to, right? If you need that one pass, if you need that one big play, he's
That one trick play.
He knows. He knows both sides of the field, so to speak. But he was also just like, I don't know. He just had that dad vibe, right? Like he had that. He had some sort of experience. You knew that if he was right next to you, that shit, if it got out of hand, he'd take care of it. Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
You would be the kid whose dad is the coach.
Well, no, I don't. My dad didn't know where a little league field was, my friend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, even with GPS and Bluetooth these days, he'd still never find his way to see me play.
You had
Fucking
like
asshole.
a reserve spot in the stands.
Yeah. I had tickets. I had tickets at the front
your
desk,
Little League games?
like
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. Thank you. They never got
So
picked
here
up.
let's pawn these.
No, he had a sense of calm about him, and calm is contagious. I was listening to a podcast recently, and I heard calm is contagious, and he just knew how to control the guys and move through them. So I think when I get his name up here, I will tell you.
I swear to God, it's Burt Reynolds.
I really need to prove that fucking theory right now, but for time and sake, we'll get to it. Sully, who's your coach?
I said Herman Boone from Remember the Titans.
Yeah, good pick.
Good pick.
I said it for a couple different reasons. One, because it's based on a true story.
Yes.
You get actual
so-
coaching
so-
experience. Yeah.
So if we're trying to think about bringing real life to real life, like you said at the start, then that's the perfect example. You got a guy who plays, a guy who's portrayed in the movies, and a guy who exists in real life.
And Denzel.
And the cherry on top is that he's played by Denzel Washington.
Yep. That's
So-
star power.
There you go. And then
It does bring a lot to the table. People want to show up to our games when they know
exactly.
that
They
we
have it has a heartwarming story that comes with it, and
It does. They solved racism in that movie.
Exactly. Who
did.
better to bring a diverse group of people together?
Wow. And
Yeah,
we're
and
getting
you know
some ragtag
Also,
people.
They solved racism in 1971. So like, it was
Who knew?
a little late.
What is it? Strong side, weak side? What that scene is it when they're like strong side, right?
Left side.
left side, right side. Yes, that's it. No, I like that coach. Yeah, he was.
Ryan Gosling's a little bitch in that movie.
Ryan Gosling, I read is the worst cornerback in the history of football
He is.
movies.
Yeah, you do not start Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, like didn't
He's
like,
weak. He's too slow.
Yeah, but didn't he fuck up like
Yeah.
what's his face did in Varsity Blues where like the quarterback got hurt because of Gosling's
No. They cut that guy in Remember the Titans.
Oh, that's
the guy
right.
doesn't make the block for him when he should have, and then the cool white guy's like, nah, he's got to go, coach.
Yeah.
He's not about the team because
That
he's
guy?
more about the team than about racism. Michael.
That guy is Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding
Oh,
you.
hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So it's Coach Nate Scarborough, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Coach
he did
Nate
have a name.
Scarborough.
Okay.
So we got Bert,
Coach Boone.
Coach Boone. We got Denzel and we got Bert so far. Those are two strong fucking actors too.
true.
By the way, I might say. Jimmy.
I went a little outside the box. I went outside the bun for my pick. I
Okay.
picked Ted Lasso.
Okay.
That's right.
We said football. We didn't say what side of the pond we were on.
After finding more success moving to soccer, he comes back to coach football because why wouldn't
Yeah,
he
he
get
left
more
football,
offers?
right? That's right.
He did. I don't know exactly his success in football.
No,
when he
he
was
came
there.
from like a fucking stupid winning
a championship
team.
team. Okay,
team.
see,
Yeah.
why couldn't he do that again? And I think what more?
they're not 14,
What more
but
do you
that's
want from him? He's a perfect man. He's the perfect man for the job. Perfect human being. He's like Nick Lidstrom.
It's nice.
He's the perfect human.
Well, I just noticed I have a major problem with only putting, like I said, The Rock, Gridiron Gang, but I never have the character's name.
He's The Rock.
Yeah. But all he had to work with was a crew of juvenile delinquents, and he whipped them all into shape, and they did win second place.
They did. And that's how you know it was a good sports
And that's how
movie.
you know it was a moral victory. And I think that's what his team needed. I think they had the gas for the first place win, but he knew.
That's true,
That wouldn't
though.
teach them anything.
Any good sports movie has them finishing second.
Yeah.
Even fucking Rocky, he doesn't win.
Yeah.
And that's how you know.
I got your back here, dude. I forgot it was Nate Scarborough, so it's all good.
Who is it?
Well, we're on an Amazon product, so it's
I
a little
see.
slower than normal.
No, it's okay. I have a
It's
Samsung tablet.
Sean
It's a piece of shit.
Porter.
Sean Porter.
Coach Porter.
Coach Porter.
Coach Porter.
Jeez, I think we can't vote for each other. We can't vote for our own. We can't vote for each other.
We can't vote for each other. We got to vote for somebody else. But
Yep.
let's throw out two that we don't want first, so we can pin it against down.
How do
to
we
two.
do that?
I don't know.
do it.
All right, raise your
How do we do
hand.
that?
Raise your hand for.
Wait, everybody.
We can't
one
do
more-
raise your hand. This is a vocal podcast.
That's
We
true.
got-
Sorry, listener.
We got Ted Lasso. We got
Coach Boone.
Coach Boone.
Coach Herman Boone.
Nate Scarborough.
Nate Scarborough. The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Who dares vote out The Rock? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Like, okay, I'll go based on what we got here. I will go with Sully. I'll give Boone my vote because real life to real life, like you said, you're playing my.
You roped him in.
You roped me in because
Yep.
I came
You
up
got
with
him.
that slogan.
That's his own goddamn rule.
So when you use things like that, you pander to the lowest form of
Can I just compliment your house?
Yes. You want to win? I'll give you a win too. All right. So I'm gonna go Boone. What about you? Anybody else but yourself?
Yeah, I will say. I'll say
Scarborough.
I'll say Burt Reynolds, aka Scarborough. Yeah.
Okay.
For the same reasons, we're getting real guys here.
Yeah.
Real guy.
He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Now
And
he's a
we're-
coach.
And
That's
now we're getting A-list actors.
right.
Jason Sudeikis is A-list.
Yeah. The Rock doesn't count as an A-list actor.
He's an A-list.
The Rock plays The Rock in every
A
movie.
plus
so.
Yeah.
list.
No,
Did you just Kevin James The Rock?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say none of us took Kevin James as
Oh, Sean Payton.
Sean
Jeez,
Payton.
that would have been an easy one.
Yeah.
God damn it. I forgot.
nobody saw that movie.
Yeah,
so that's
nobody
why.
actually watched that movie.
Yeah.
That was with Taylor Lautner. He's in that movie too.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, but nobody's gonna watch.
Nobody's
that
gonna
movie.
Like the Lycan Taylor Lautner.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, that's all I know.
I picked Sully too.
Coach.
Hey,
Two bones.
Herman.
All right. So
This
we
is
can,
such a ragtag group of people who are going to be assembling. They need someone to whip them into shape.
They
Yeah.
do. Yeah. And like everything that
Maybe
he
The Rock
does,
could do that though.
everything he does is on and off the field. Right? Like he cares about their grades as much as he cares about their personality, as much as he cares about what they do in the sport.
If this was a prison team, I'd go with The Rock.
Yeah. Prison. That's what I was thinking. I was kidding.
all right,
we
so
were
are you
assembling
gonna
the best prison.
tie it,
I
or are
picked
you
Aaron
gonna
Hernandez.
give it all the way to because you're the deciding factor here? Unless you thought Boone too.
I'll give it to Boone.
You're gonna give it to Boone. Okay, it's 3-1. Boone wins.
There's our
All right.
coach.
There's our coach, Coach Boone. Someone should write this down.
I got it.
You need. I got a pen here.
No, it's okay. I got
Okay,
it
you want
right
to?
here.
Okay, you want to be 20th century? All right, that's fine. Okay, so we have our coach. I guess we need.
Jump to our quarterback
I was
now.
gonna say kicker. No, I'm just kidding.
no. We save the best for last.
Save the best for last. Okay. Yeah, we go to our quarterback. All right.
So you
I'll
went
go-
first last time, Sully. You go
Yeah,
first.
yeah. I like that.
Okay, so this is what we were talking about earlier when we said.
Oh
comedy
yeah, I'm
movie.
excited.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
So I picked Zook Hathor from.
I did not.
From 22 Jump Street.
Good pick.
But it does come with a caveat in the fact that if you're gonna take Zook, you also need to take Greg Jenko,
Yeah.
wide receiver, because they go together.
Fuck, I don't know if I can vote for you again. I haven't seen that movie.
22 Jump Street?
It's a meet cute.
I know it's fucking hilarious. I just haven't been.
I've
in
seen
the
that movie
mode.
100 times.
I know they're fucking brilliant together. It's not because of
You
them
got your
not-
Q-tip in my sandwich. You're right.
I
They
do
are
have-
a pair.
I do have a few reasons why I think he would be a good
Describe
quarterback.
them. I'll bring them up here.
Okay,
All right.
so he's got an unbelievable arm, first of all,
Yep.
which is
He's got a Zook.
He's got a bazooka, exactly, bazooka arm. He's even got the tattoo to prove it.
Yeah.
Chemistry's at 100%.
Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. Once he finds that guy, they can form a bond.
Exactly, he's a glue guy. He's got
He's like glue. He's glue in the room.
exactly. He's young, so he's still got time to grow.
How do you spell this? Zook what?
Yeah, that's true.
Zook.
Okay,
or
that'll-
Z for
that'll definitely
for those who.
For our Canadian listeners.
Yeah. Yeah, he's young, so he's your quarterback of the
That's
future.
true.
He's not old. He's not some of these old quarterbacks that might break their arm and be done for the rest of their career. You
I
got
went-
guys-
Oh, fucking Wyatt Russell.
Yeah.
I hate you.
That's
I
a
want
good
to
pick.
fucking punch him in the face
Why do you hate Wyatt Russell?
Because he doesn't like U.S.
because he
agent,
was U.S. fucking marshal.
But yeah, he looks good.
I also watched him in Under the Banner of Heaven too, and he played a crazy FLDS dude who thought that murdering women was the way to get his children into heaven. Every character he plays fucking drives me nuts. Anyway,
he's
go
hilarious.
ahead.
What about his episode of Black Mirror?
Where he's the video game one?
Yeah, that's a good one. Too.
That
I
is
like that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine.
I like Wyatt Russell. I don't care what you say.
He is a very like unlikable look to him.
He just has that face.
Yeah.
He's got dick face.
He's got that Saskatchewan look to him. That you just don't like.
Saskatchewan look.
But yeah,
That's a good pick.
My last reason for this is because he's a hard worker. The guy hits the gym 24/7.
He does.
Sure.
I've seen those training videos.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Zook from 22 Jump
I
Street.
went old. I went old with it. I went classic. One of those could have beens. I went with Uncle Rico.
Uncle from, oh my God.
Damn right. He could throw a goddamn football over those mountains over there.
What did you type in your search engine? People who.
I didn't have to. I didn't have to type in a search engine.
I'm
I didn't have to
impressed.
ask
I'm
which
so
quarterback
impressed.
from a movie should I pick. I knew Uncle Rico. Did you see him sling a steak?
Okay.
He hit Napoleon right in the face.
Can I ask you a
On
question?
a moving vehicle. Lee Harvey Oswald couldn't even fucking do that.
That's true. They had to shoot from the gutter.
That's right.
Do we get to see his tape?
Oh, yeah. Well, he put it together. You saw it. He put it right through that fucking
know.
tire. He can't miss.
I'm just asking. I want to see his tape
How
before
much
I let
you
him
want to
on
bet
the
he
team.
can throw a football over the mountain?
I don't want to. I'll bet you one.
Because you're going to lose.
I'll bet you all my Tupperware.
He could have won that national championship game. And if we give him that second chance, a la Shane Falco, he could do it. I have complete faith in Uncle Rico. He's got the
Interesting.
mustache to do it. He looks like Gardner Minshew.
Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's my
And
pick.
Zook from 22 Jump Street. What do you got?
I got Ben Stiller from Meet the Parents.
Oh,
my
that's out of the box.
That is out of the box. Oh my God.
Do you guys see how much he cared about that football game?
Oh, that was live or die, man.
That was live or die, and he took it that seriously.
That's a good pick.
On a family, I don't even know what they're doing, family barbecue.
Yeah.
And he let Dustin Hoffman kill Robert De Niro because he had to earn his respect.
Jesus H. Christ. I
That's
love
a
that
good
you guys are. That's such a good pick.
Americans do that, though, on Thanksgiving. They all get
They
together and they
beat
play
the shit
football.
out of each other.
They straight up
Yeah.
do that. Like they play family football.
Why didn't I take
usual thing.
Bradley Cooper from Wedding Crashers as a
Oh,
running back?
he took it
Yes.
seriously, too.
Yeah,
He
that's
did.
a good one.
Fuck, that guy mows everyone down.
Yeah.
Good pick.
He almost ends Vince Vaughn's
Whole
his
life.
whole life. Yeah.
Well, I also wanted to pick O.J. Simpson from Naked Gun.
Oh,
That's
good.
hilarious.
That's good.
He's
That
not a
is
quarterback,
very good.
though.
Well, I know. I thought it would just be distasteful.
I disagree. Have you seen OJ? He posts. He's on Twitter now.
Hey, Twitter fellows.
He's on Twitter, and
hey,
he keeps.
hey, Twitter world.
People asked him why he doesn't go out in public anymore, and he's like, because I'm afraid I might be sitting next to who did it.
That's a
Funny guy.
That's
That-
commitment to
Just-
the role.
I know.
And that acting
He's gonna
skill
take that to his grave.
It really showed up.
Jimmy-
in
I know.
Lethal Weapon. Not
Jimmy
not
Fallon
Lethal-
Jimmy Fallon is historically the worst for breaking in sketches.
Yeah.
The worst.
Thought you were gonna say pro OJ.
Like Lauren would give him shit constantly. But O.J. Simpson can teach anybody not to break from a bit.
Oh, yeah.
If he keeps fucking saying this shit, the guy's committed to the role.
Insane.
It's
Absolutely insane.
It's so scary.
He could say he did it, and they can't try him again for the same crime,
Do you
right?
think he's doing like affirmations in the morning? He's like, I didn't do it. I didn't.
yeah,
You didn't do it,
All
O.J.
that self-talk. I like it. I like it.
Good pick.
I went back to the sport.
Yep.
I like you mentioned it. I like someone who has seen the spotlight, knows what it's like to fall from grace, come back, is workable. Mr. Shane Falco.
Yep. The
I went-
classic.
The classic. I went to the replacements. I went to the everyman. I went to the guy that Tom Brady obviously wants to be. It's Keanu Reeves. No matter what Keanu brings to a role, he brings calm is contagious. He's another calm guy.
And
If
a
you-
lefty.
Yeah, if you look away at the the fumbles, the
I
five,
do love a
the
good
five
lefty
interceptions
quarterback.
from
From the Sugar Bowl
the
game.
Sugar Bowl
Yep.
game, right? No, I went with Falco. Has the arm, has the cannon,
Love a lefty quarterback.
right?
Good pick. Love a lefty.
All right, who do
Mike
we pick?
Vick.
Who do we pick? Sully, you go first.
I will definitely take Ben Stiller.
That's a
I
tough
can't.
choice not to.
Just specifically for the star power and because it was such an unbelievable pull from out of nowhere.
deep,
that I
yeah.
gotta,
Depths of a fucking volcano.
I gotta respect it.
I'll go Ben Stiller too. We didn't see that on any list. The Bleacher Report one didn't have that at all. That's a deep dive, deep pick.
I think I need to give it to you as well too, because it just makes perfect sense. So welcome to your first days.
Thank you.
That's across the board.
A sweep of the board for quarterback.
No shit. All right.
Let's
Jimmy.
dive to who he's handed the ball off to. Let's go to running back. I got a fun one to start, and maybe you guys picked it too. I picked Polk football high school legend Al Bundy.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know.
That is a good one.
That is a very good one. He
Ran
still
for
has the
4
Polk.
touchdowns in the championship
Yeah, he has a
game.
Polk High record, right?
Yep, that's right. Absolute legend. If he didn't get hurt, he could have been. Another one of those stories that the people love, you know?
Oh,
where
yeah.
Second chances.
He's a man of the. He's a crotch hitcher.
legend.
He's a crotch hitcher of the people.
And even in the reunion episode where he goes back to the high school, I watch a lot of Married with Children.
No kidding.
He runs into the guy that tried to make the tackle on him, and they do the same situation again, and Al Bundy runs him over.
That's right. The whole little slow-mo reenactment.
Even as a 40-year-old man, I have complete faith he could do it. I'm not even talking prime Al Bundy.
No.
Yeah.
And Ed O'Neill.
I'm talking shoe salesman Al Bundy.
It's Ed O'Neill.
That's right.
Modern Family.
No, it's
right?
not Al. No. I don't want that.
You don't want that?
We don't want that Al
Okay,
Bundy.
that's fine. Fair
He's
enough.
gonna be trucking people with all that rage
I
he's
know.
got pent
He's
up
got
too.
dad rage.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Al
never
Bundy.
underestimate
Al
that.
Bundy. Moving along.
I went for more of the celebrity star jersey sales status. I got LL Cool J from Any Given Sunday.
Julius.
Julius from Washington.
He's got to get paid.
He's got to get paid.
Yeah, he works for money.
He works for money, and I mean, money's a motivator.
It is.
It is.
Reebok's ready to put their fucking jersey on
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah.
I love
tight
Julius. And like he's a team player.
Yes.
He likes the coach's plays.
Yes.
He doesn't like it when Willie Beeman. I just watched this recently. He doesn't like it when Steamin' Willie Beeman. That's what I do. I watch a movie to get into the spirit, and then I'm like, all right, this is where all my ideas come from. But yeah, he's like fucking Willie Beeman's trying to screw with the plays, and he wants to play with the team, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm
Exactly.
I'm
So you got
helping
you
win.
got the best of both worlds. You got the money self-driven guy, plus you got the team. It's all about us guy.
I like it. I went with Megget.
Yeah.
Otherwise
that's
known
He
as-
went the other way. He went Nelly.
I
Yeah.
went Nelly because motherfucker ran out of his shoes.
He did.
Right? You want a guy who can run out of his own clothing. That's fast. I don't care what you say. Plus, when you give him a new pair of shoes, he's very grateful. He's very humble. Right? He's just fast.
He's a very Barry Sanders type.
Yeah.
Go
So
Lions.
yeah, I like Megget.
In the movie, did he ever bring out one Band-Aid and put it under his eye? He
I
should have
think he
done
did.
I think he did actually.
That's
That
like
would've
his
You know
been
what?
thing, right?
He
Yeah.
didn't do one Band-Aid. He did one line of tar.
that. Okay.
Like he
yeah.
did a one eye thing.
Yeah.
I just
Maybe that was a little play to who he actually
I
is.
hope.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I wish that there was a scene when he had like a little cut and he just broke out the one Band-Aid.
Love
but-
that.
Yeah.
or just like when
If
he
you would have made the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
when he comes into the locker room and he's like, it's hot in here,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
like just break character.
Have you
Yeah.
guys, not to get too off topic, but have you guys heard Chance the Rapper's country rendition of It's Getting Hot in Here?
No.
No.
You need to give that a listen because it's fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know why or how, but it's great.
I feel like that whole sentence you just said was picked out of a hat in like a fucking
He fucking mad libs that one. Yeah.
Chance
Okay.
the Rapper sings.
Give me an artist.
Yeah.
Give me a
Genre.
style of music. Give me a genre.
He did. It's great. Check it out.
Oh shit. What do you got for running back?
I went the obvious route, so I'm picking Forrest Gump.
All right. Well, you know what? He's a lot of things. He's
You
a
get
kick,
a kick returner too. Yep. I
right?
don't think he could play
He's-
defense though. I don't know if he could read schemes.
I know he is listed as
Run a
kick-
J. Just
kick-
run a J.
Yeah, I know he's listed as a kick returner, but I'm going to say he's a running back for a couple different reasons.
You could just
Yeah.
give him the ball.
One, because he's got unlimited stamina. The guy never gets tired. He
Yeah.
runs.
He keeps on running.
It's got idiot
Exactly.
strength. Yep. That's a different kind.
He's got an accomplished career. He got an invite to visit the president, where he absolutely
So many
ticket
Dr.
sales.
Peppers.
crushed some Dr. Peppers. That's some endorsement deals right there.
No
And he
kidding.
showed his ass, as my dad
Yep.
would say, literally.
So he's willing to, exactly. He's
I
willing,
would-
he's willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Yep.
You know, and
I
then
would.
finally,
I would like to see that, son.
Yeah.
and then finally, he's a world class athlete in more than one sport. Which
Damn right.
you can't argue about the athletic ability there.
That's true.
His
In
cardio
more
from
than
ping
one.
pong.
Yeah.
I see it.
He literally does have unlimited cardio though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's an unlimited.
That's a
Like-
good pick because it doesn't even matter. He doesn't even need to know the route path. Like you could just give him the ball and he's gonna go.
Exactly.
How do you bring that man down? You
don't.
can't.
You don't.
Nothing could.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
It's a good pick. Who started? You started. You started.
No, I started.
You started?
Yeah.
You go first.
Okay. Megget,
LL.
LL Cool J,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest
and
Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Who did you have again?
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. You know, I like Megget. I think that's where I'm gonna go.
Ooh. Oh.
I think
can smell
I
a
think that's
victory
where he's
around
gonna
the
go. You
corner.
get that guy a pair of cleats, he can do anything.
Yeah, they're gone. He's faster. Like the cleats.
And
don't.
I saw Nelly make an insane catch in the Celebrity Baseball All-Star game once, so that just helps.
Oh, natural ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's bringing it to the roll. I get it.
Absolutely
Okay.
insane diving catch. It's still on SportsCenter top 10 sometimes.
Yes.
Do I hear another make it?
I gotta go Al Bundy. I gotta go Al Bundy. Al Bundy was so angry.
I'm
He had
not.
to-
Megget's not losing to Al Bundy.
Al Bundy had Katie Seagal. Was it Katie Seagal?
Yes.
As his TV wife, and he didn't even care.
He
It didn't
didn't
make him
even wanna
happy in
have
the
sex.
slightest. No. And that rage is
He had
really
a great
gonna.
life. They had a giant house.
Yeah, and nothing made him happy.
No, he was a fucking loser.
He was a
He
loser.
was a loser.
And he's gonna take that out on his competition.
Thank you.
All right.
Up to you. You can't pick yourself.
It's Forrest or Julius for me.
Oh, you piece of shit.
It is. I'm sorry. Like, I'm picking athleticism over a guy who.
Sheer brute force. No, I get it. You don't have a power back. That's cool. We don't do a power back. That's cool. We are not going to run it right down their throat. That's fine. That's not our game plan. That's how Burt
Who did you
Reynolds
vote
would do
for,
it.
Milan?
I vote for Al Bundy.
You vote for Al Bundy, and you voted for Megget.
Mhm.
This is a strategical spot to be voting in.
Oh my God.
I
Vote with integrity.
I like Forrest. I like Forrest.
Forrest.
I like the what is it? The unstoppable object meets the immovable whatever.
Just
however they say it.
throws his vote away.
No, I didn't throw it away.
He
It
can't
went-
pick himself.
It went well. Hey,
Just throws his vote away.
I want to stand a chance.
I have all the power now.
You have all the power. Yeah. See.
I just take LL Cool J just to even draw.
No,
I don't.
You gotta pick a winner.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't. I do pick a winner, and it is because I don't know who your character is. I don't know.
That's
Totally
you don't
fine.
like-
So I'm gonna take Maggot.
yeah, yeah.
Totally fine.
I gotta give you the win.
You damn kids don't watch Married with Children anymore. You don't watch family sitcoms. It was breaking boundaries, man.
Oh fuck, that's funny. Okay, we got a running back. We got a wide receiver now. How about that?
Okay.
How about that? You with Jimmy. So are you writing these down? Because I'm not writing these down.
Oh, I have not been.
All right.
Who do we have a quarterback?
We have
Ben Stiller.
We have Ben Stiller's quarterback.
Classic.
We have Boone as coach.
And then Megget.
Maggot as
Then
running back.
We are caught up.
We are caught up. Perfect. Okay. Wide receiver.
Wide receiver got Deacon Moss
That's familiar.
from Longest Yard.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Played by actual Michael Irvin.
Irvin, whose nickname was Playmaker.
Yep.
That's right.
And he also beat the shit out of Adam Sandler on the basketball court.
You love
that
to
the-
see it.
I love to see it.
Oh, that's the tough guy in the yard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit. And then there's Cheeseburger with Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
Fuck.
what position Terry Crews plays in
He's
that movie.
actually, I think he's a defensive tackle.
But like,
He's a
when,
line- he's a lineman,
you think
I
so?
think.
Okay.
Maybe Terry Crews didn't want to be seen as a he's like, I'm not a football player anymore.
You didn't
I'm a
want to get
serious
typecast.
actor.
Yeah.
I'll do the French fry bit.
I'll throw cheeseburgers at people.
Out of my crotch.
Yeah.
That I would totally eat. Like that's
Yeah.
just a warm bun.
McDonald's. How
Yeah.
did he get McDonald's in there? Insane.
Don't worry about it. It's like Red from Alcatraz.
You're
It's
right.
Like, what's
It's
his
like
face?
Red from Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Or
From Alcatraz.
Sorry.
Shawshank.
Think of how scary Deacon Moss is. That when he beat up Adam Sandler. Usually when Adam Sandler takes a beating, hilarious. This time you're like, oh my god,
He's
he's
hurt.
hurt out
He's
there.
hurt that man.
when he throws that bow as he's coming around to go to drive the lane.
That's
Yeah.
clean.
And just that's clean.
Yeah.
Foul? No, not in that court.
You don't call your own foul.
Not on that court.
All right, I like it.
And he's got willing to cheat because on the
Yeah,
basketball court,
That helps. He could play for the Raiders.
on the basketball court, he did go foul at the end. He's like, yeah.
I thought long and hard about how I would deliver this to you guys, and it's all about the Quan when it comes to this next guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just show me the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Oh, yeah.
Show me some Rod fucking Tidwell.
Rod Tidwell.
Yeah.
I want arrogance. I want speed. I want somebody who believes that they're 10 times bigger than they are.
It's a tough agent to deal with, though.
I
You got to think about that. You got to think about long term here, man.
You had me at El Bundy. I mean, I didn't vote for you, but I voted with integrity to win. But yeah, no, I'm going with Rod, the waterbed king, Rod Tidwell.
That's a good pick.
We all know why, right? Like the catches he's made when he gets flipped at the end, like
It's also based in the fact that he's in the NFL.
Yeah, that helps.
He plays for the Cardinals, does he not?
Yeah. Well, he gets drafted, yeah.
yeah, Arizona Cardinals is actually who he plays for.
Yep.
And then he's on his way to Phoenix if he doesn't play for Arizona. But yeah, I mean, Cuba won an Oscar for it, right? Like it's a great portrayal of everything that football players.
Yes.
It's a good pick.
And his Oscar acceptance might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That helps. Woo! That helps him. That helps for this.
It helps me. That gets my vote.
Do you see? It's all of the things you put into your argument.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know, so
he actually stayed in character, much like Austin Butler when he was accepting the
Wow.
award.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
I'd like to thank Priscilla.
Yeah.
You were never married to Priscilla.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank her anyway.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Yeah. I say
that had to happen.
I say yeah for it.
There's bowling.
Yep.
Yeah, Rod Tidwell.
Good pick. So.
Good pick.
That was my backup pick. So that
glad-
was my backup
wow.
pick, but I'm now gonna have to go back to my original pick, which is flawed because it was in coordination with my quarterback.
Right.
But I'm gonna go back to it, and I'm gonna explain my case anyways.
Sure, do it. Oh, I
Okay.
need to hang on. What's this guy's name?
So his name is Greg Janko from 22 Jump Street.
Okay.
Channing Tatum.
And it's Channing Tatum. First reason why we should take him because he's funny. He might be a locker room guy, you know.
Glue guy.
Channing Tatum is already built like a football
You're
player.
picking a lot of glue
Exactly.
guys.
Exactly. His chemistry's at 100% too. The guy he can fit with any quarterback, but especially if we would pick Zook, but that's okay. But he could fit with other quarterbacks.
With Ben Stiller, yeah.
And
Well,
now
I think you could teach Ben a few things.
and we're finally going to give him his chance to really play football. I mean, this guy he was supposed to be a football player, but he lost it because he wasn't good at school.
Can I
But
interject?
now school doesn't matter.
And ask in 20. Who is he? Is he another cop too?
Yeah, he's one of the.
And his alias.
Come on.
I didn't see 21, 19,
What?
20, 18. I didn't see any of the streets.
You're missing out, man.
I know I am.
You're
Comedy. I was in a depressed state for a while.
Ah.
Don't want to laugh. So is this his alter ego when he goes back to high school? Is this football player?
No, I think Greg Janko's his real name.
Greg Janko is his real name. I don't know what his actual
Oh,
name
but
yeah.
his-
I tried to look it up. It's funny. I kept looking up 22 Jump Street fake names and just kept telling me all the sequels that happened at the end in the
Right.
credits. And it wouldn't tell me what their names were. I Wikipedia paged it.
Janko.
I IMDb'd it. All of those.
It's got to be somewhere.
But I couldn't find it. But yeah, no, he finally gets his second chance
Yep.
to actually play real football without any of the strings attached. And all he has to do is catch balls and
He can play.
make plays.
He can play.
I dig it. I don't even know who it is, but I dig it because it's
Good
Channing
pick.
Tatum.
You don't even need to know.
No, I don't need to know.
I picked Deacon Moss too.
Oh,
Yeah, for all the same reasons. Like, how do you not pick Michael Irvin? Real life to real life. Yeah, now you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. No, now I have to.
I've got you.
I'm just gonna tie it, and yeah, okay. Well, it's between me and you, obviously, right? Well, hang on here. No, that's Deacon Moss. Deacon Moss.
Because I could vote for him and he could vote for
That's
me.
true. Okay, so I'll vote first then. Well, all right. I mean, I only have two choices here. There's two deacons, and there's what's his name? Greg
Janko.
Greg Janko. I like his name, Janko.
Jeans.
Yeah. Jeans. Think about that.
Janko jeans.
Janko
They're
jeans.
big.
Can't play
Literally.
football in those.
Yeah, no.
No.
Jimmy, do you want to make a case?
Yeah,
for him?
maybe I could swap for Janko. I don't know.
Or no,
Solid
make-
wide receiver. Makes every catch. I
Or
think
no.
he can
Do you want to make a case for your version of
of
Moss?
Deacon Moss.
Deacon Moss. Maybe you go by the argument.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't think I need to make quite like I think Milan did a pretty good job making the case for him. Like it's Michael Irvin playing his actual character. I think he can in the movie he makes every catch that's thrown his way, from what I've seen.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, that's it. It helps. But
Doesn't have a
it's-
difficult agent.
It's no Michael Irving though. I'm going Michael Irving. I mean, it is it again what you played to when I picked Coach. They played to when they do the thing that brands the show. So Michael Irving, yes, for sure. I love his intensity. He's fucking absolutely perfect at, like, he'd mow someone down, he'd stiff arm, he'd get dirty in a tackle, like, or not in a tackle because he's offense, but like I could definitely see that happening. I like that. Put that down on your phone.
It's already on there. 'Cause
Perfect.
I picked him.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
He kind of knew where that was going.
Yeah.
All right.
I take Deacon Moss too.
I just want to be part of
It's a
it.
sweep.
It's a sweep. I lost my picks.
Well, do you want to go?
Whatever you
should
want.
we just stick with the rest of the offense because you have offensive tackle and center?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I had I had almost all the teams. Let's do center, snapper, right? Big guy. You got to have someone there watching.
And then I think it's back to you.
Yeah. All right. So, well, I just did it, so it would be back to Sully.
Oh,
Sully's
okay.
first.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So, Sully, who's your center?
Oh man, this was the last second pick. I couldn't find any centers from movies which I remember. So I picked Bill Bob, who is from a movie which is evading me right now.
Called Varsity Blues.
Right. Was that a
Good old
TV
Billy
show?
Bob. No, well, it was a TV show. It was a movie first. We have Dawson's Creek. We have
Right.
James Vanderbeek. We have Scott Conn.
This
in
is
it.
definitely your generation and not ours.
Oh, dude, I watched the whipped cream bikini scenes more times than I care to admit
Right.
on a recorded podcast.
But I do know a little bit about Bill Bob. I know I did some research. I did some reading.
I'll help you out here.
I know that he overcame adversity because he injured the quarterback, from what I remember.
Yep.
And then he came back and he provided the handwork needed to protect the quarterback after he got his second chance. Correct?
Yes. He does it with a concussion happening at the same time.
Jesus.
Yeah, like he's been-
Commitment.
Well, John Voight is the dickhead football coach.
You could just say dickhead. You didn't even have to.
Yeah, John Voight is a dickhead, and he does, like, he's Paul may he rest in peace.
Paul Allen
in a Lamborghini.
Oh my God, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, thank
Yeah.
you. He's the quarterback, Lance, and he gets hurt because what ends up
Trey
happening
Lance just
is,
got hurt too.
Billy Bob's on the line, and he passes out from exhaustion, and the guy goes right over and goes for Lance's knee, out with the ACL. There's your standard story, right? But then comes back and redeems himself when James Vanderbeek
Is the new
quarterback, yes. And he's a very sacrificing individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good center.
What else you got?
That's pretty much. That's
Glad I
pretty
can
much
help.
it. Yeah. Thank you. You explained it great.
Is that
Apparently
Mike's
he
argument?
had some great hand technique. So
Well done. That's
Yeah.
that's all part of being an offensive lineman.
He could chug too. I mean, there's a scene where he chugs and pukes into a dryer after, and
Classic.
he's got a pet
That's
pig that he
classic
takes
football.
everywhere with him. I can't remember the name of the pet pig. He eats. He's big. He's
Yeah.
very big.
big Billy Bob.
Yeah, big Billy Bob. Anyways, I'm gonna stop arguing for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
I picked Jumbo. I picked Fumiko from Replacements.
Yes.
As a kid, I always thought this, and I don't understand why they haven't actually put this into practice, but why don't they get a sumo wrestler to play offensive line in the NFL? I don't understand why no one has tried that. Is it too out of the box? You're telling me there's not some coach out there who's just wanting to give this a shot? I would love to see it, and I think it could work.
Do you think it would be cheating?
No, I don't think that's cheating. That's just his job.
That's just smart strategy.
Yeah, that's just strategy.
That would mean that what Roger Goodall would end up doing is eradicating the sumo wrestling industry because once one sumo wrestler's in the NFL, everyone's going to want one.
Well, I wonder how much they're paid there. Because if they're paid more than the NFL, then stay there. But man, if you want to make that big bucks,
I think it's
feel like
shame on their houses if they play in the NFL.
maybe it's like a cardio thing. But I feel like you could work on that.
He's so huge. He's the guy eating the eggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is such a good idea.
I don't know why they wouldn't even give it bring him in for a practice, just see how it goes. See if anyone can get by him.
Yeah.
Put him on a PTO.
I was just gonna
say.
I
guess give him a
camp.
PTO. I feel like I guess his job as a sumo wrestler is to push another guy. So maybe he'd be better on defense, but I feel like if he's just got a guy right in front of him, because a sumo wrestler's not meant to keep somebody from going past him.
Yeah.
He's meant to keep him moving backwards, I guess. So
well,
I
and
don't know.
also all
maybe
he
it'd work
has
better
to do
defensively.
is fall forward, and whoever's running at him, like he could easily take down two players.
Like there's some big guys, but I can't imagine somebody bigger than a sumo wrestler.
You just got 5 sumo wrestlers to link arms.
Lining your offensive line. How do you get past that?
Red Rover, Red Rover.
How do you do this? I don't know. I think they should give it a shot.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. All right. No.
I've got
No.
I've got Junior from the Gridiron Gang.
Oh, you're
Now,
loving Gridiron.
I watched that. My grandma,
Sean Porter worked him.
Sean Porter did, and my grandma bought me that on DVD, and we both cried. So I don't know if you guys have you seen the movie?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like every sports movie where an underdog team. I mean, I've seen Hardball, so I've seen Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, basically. But I don't
I've
know if
seen
you
Mighty
remember,
Ducks.
Junior broke his neck for his team, literally.
He
and
did,
then
didn't he?
came back for the last game. And they all said, "What about the doctors?" And he said, "Fuck the doctors."
Literally, was that their fuck?
Nah, I didn't say fuck.
Oh,
I think he
I
said
want there to be a fuck.
He
They
said like
needed Junior.
it was a workaround, but he was all about the team. He broke his neck for the team.
Like
Sure.
Kurt Angle.
Yes. And
Kurt
then he
Angle
came out.
broke his freaking neck.
In a wrestling match, right?
No, he's Olympic champion.
Yeah, I mean in a wrestling match.
Yeah, well,
Not in a WWE match.
You're right. You would have said wrestling
Yeah,
if it was
wrestling.
WWE. Yeah.
I was gonna say wrestling, but not in a Monday Night Raw tussle.
That's true. Good pick.
All right, I
you.
picked. I'm gonna mispronounce this, so I'm sorry to.
Game on.
Manu Mana, which is Peter Navy
That's who I was thinking
Toya
of earlier.
Sepulveda from Necessary Roughness.
Necessary Roughness. I couldn't remember the name of the movie, but yeah,
he's just a huge.
these came out at the
Samoan.
same
Yeah.
time, and they
Yeah.
both did the exact same thing, and I
Yeah.
think that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's for every reason that I picked a big, immovable object,
Yeah.
like a boulder that won't go anywhere. He's funny. He's joyful. He's great locker room. If he's got one job
Cool
on the
guy.
field, stand there and don't let them get past you. Right.
Yep.
So that's I can't argue a dump truck for more than 5 seconds. Sully.
Who do I pick?
Yeah. Who's your center? Oh, you went first.
Yeah, I
yeah.
said-
We already back
yeah, you-
around.
Yeah, we're back
All right.
around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
boat time.
yeah, I'll take Junior. I'll take Junior for the fact that the
Broken neck.
guy literally broke his neck for a team, so ultimate sacrifice.
All right,
Well,
Jimmy.
geez, I got to go with Mike because how do I not pick the thing that I've picked just in a different movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. It's between the sumos. I had to go for the legit sumo. I'm going Jim.
Yeah, I'm going Jimmy
Damn right.
too. Actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Because again,
Jumbo.
it would be weird if I voted for the.
Here's the thing I picked.
The
I hate it.
like Junior's great and all. Junior's my runner-up. Sorry, who was yours again? There's so much going on.
Bill Bob.
Bill Bob. That's it.
Great pick.
But you know what? though? Here's what's funny because we're gonna get to offensive tackle next,
Yeah.
and well, we'll just you'll see what happens. So,
Yeah.
Jimmy, offensive tackle, please.
Oh, I picked Louis Lastic. He's I forget his fucking name, but he's the guy who plays Earl's brother on My Name Is Earl. Have you guys seen that show?
Oh, Nathan
Suppley.
He's
Nathan
also in-
Suppley.
Ethan Suppley.
He's also
Ethan.
in Without a Paddle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he is. He's one of the
yes.
rednecks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Butterfly Effect.
so
He
I
plays the
learned-
goth guy.
I learned he's a tackle in that movie, and he's a team guy. He's a glue guy, like you described. He gets everybody singing in the locker room, even when they hated each other.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. How do you not love that guy? Just the way he's just big bag of smiles. That guy.
Big hug. He's a walking hug.
He's a big hug. That's right.
And the big guys. I mean, the big guys. You don't need to ask for.
That's who you want.
stamina. You don't.
And usually the left tackle is the second highest paid on the team next to the quarterback, and it's because he's the guy who protects
Someone's
them.
seen Blindside.
I have. And yet none of us have picked Michael Orr yet.
Hey.
I picked Sandra Bullock as my coach.
Do his feet need to be quicker than a hiccup?
Damn right they do.
All right.
Sandy B is my coach.
Yeah.
Sandra B. What do you
He's
got?
a team guy. He's a glue guy. Bag of
His,
smiles.
his pick stinks.
Says the guy who wrote them on the back of a Dollarama receipt, which I fucking love.
What'd you pick?
What'd you buy? First of all.
Yeah, what'd you
Yeah,
buy?
what'd you buy?
Flip it around. What'd you buy?
Well, I'm camping at my parents right now. They have no paper. So I was digging around receipts.
They have no paper. They're paperless now.
We got
They're Tellus.
tea lights. But then it says cookies and cream, cookies and cream, cookies and cream.
Did you buy a bunch of chocolate? Dad just buying pints
Sorry,
of
listener.
ice cream.
This is gold. Whatever was bought on the receipt. Is that it? Tea lights and cookies and cream chocolate bars?
That's an interesting night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to eat chocolate in a romantic setting.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
know. But then the worst, I just Googled giant actors. I got
Tom Cruise.
Philip Finch from Wildcats. Just a giant guy. I don't know anything about him.
Wildcats is the Goldie Hawn fucking football movie.
I've never even heard of the movie. He's just the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life.
There you go.
Yeah,
He's great, Kali.
Yeah.
I-
Give it a Google. Philip Finch Wildcats.
All right, hang on here.
I like your argument.
Yeah.
He's just the biggest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How do you get around that?
Yeah. I pretty much sumoed my pick.
Philip Finch, Wild Stallions, Wildcat. Okay.
I think instead of defensive tackle, we should just either pick a whole defense or one defensive player.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do for fantasy football. You don't pick.
Holy
I don't know.
shit! Oh,
Oh, it's just a giant man.
yeah. I'm gonna fuck up this whole camera setup here. But yeah, like
I
if-
could also Google it. I
yeah,
have one
if
of
you,
those.
if you really want to see it, he's
Philip Finch.
he's what closes down a buffet.
Yeah.
He's
keeping Golden Corral in business.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Royal Fork.
Yeah. Royal Fork.
Now I have this pick, and I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a giant man.
it was my original, but because we've already argued all of his merit, I picked Billy Bob for offensive tackle. I was going to take him off defensive and put him on offensive. Well, technically,
You're
that's what he
shuffling
was.
the offensive line.
Yeah, I'm fucking the blitz. I'm changing things around, but because we've already argued his case, I'm going to go with Bobby Boucher. Because Bobby Boucher has got something that we really haven't talked about yet, which is heart. Which is
Wait, I thought we were picking offensive tackle.
yeah,
Bobby Boucher's on defense, brother.
I know. I'm putting him on offense. I'm switching things
I
up.
don't know about that.
What? We didn't say we
You
could.
think Bobby Boucher can read schemes?
I think Bobby Boucher, broken down in the most simplest terms, his medulla oblongata will
You don't
figure it out.
tackle on offense. Nah.
No, hey, listen. He was the water boy. He knows all about hydration. He knows all about how the body uses too much water, then you start to sweat. He knows these things. He's aware. He has science.
I don't know, man.
He knows Colonel Sanders.
I don't know. It feels like you have Michael Jordan and you're making him be the water boy.
I want to on this team, though. I want the hot take. I want Bobby Boucher to be
On
offensive tackle.
offense.
I want him on offense. I want him pushing up the field. I want him. I want him where I want him.
I don't know.
That's what Mama said.
I just don't know.
Mama said that I'm allowed to have him.
Sully, who'd you pick?
I picked Michael Orr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that it was
Real
time.
life guy, real life to real life.
Exactly. I'm doubling down on that point. Plus, there's nothing like having Sandra Bullock in the stands.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
That's an edge.
I mean,
That's an
come on.
advantage.
That is an advantage, and it's a real ground up story. I mean, come on, this guy he came from nothing, and now he was in the NFL.
Michael, who is this? Who
Super
is that?
Bowl
Protect
champion.
him. You protect him. He's your brother, right? Is that
Exactly. He's got good people around him.
Won a Super Bowl.
Exactly. He's a winner.
I think that none of us have that. None of us have
Yeah.
picked any of that.
Could any of us carry a 27-pound ring on our finger though? Like,
Yeah.
I think you need to be in the league of size to imagine the big one
Good
for
pick.
the sumo wrestler.
You know, when that movie came out, he was like, the only thing I didn't like was that they made it seem like I didn't know like how to play football at all. He's like, I knew how to play football. He's
Yeah,
I
like
did it
as if they would
as a
let him
kid.
on the team. If they were like, I'm sure he'll learn to play football.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
You know, this is an easy sport to figure out.
yeah. That never did make any
No,
sense.
he knew how to play. Like,
That's
he-
Hollywood doing its dumb shit. It's doing a thing that didn't happen in real life.
Yeah,
That
Like, and I guess he didn't
They
know
ru-
that was
they-
going to happen.
they coach Rudy'd Michael Orr's
Coach
life.
Rudy.
Yeah.
you know, Mark Ruffalo's character in the wrestling movie that Steve Carell did with him and Channing Tatum, where Steve Carell played the guy who killed the wrestler. It's named after shit.
Chris Benoit really happened. That was a real
No, I
thing.
know that really happened. Something catcher, fox catcher.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Oh, the actual wrestling.
Yeah, the actual wrestling, like the Greco-Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah. They one of the wrestlers, Mark Ruffalo's character, was portrayed as like this idiot guerrilla wrestler. And he's quite elegant and quite well spoken, and he's like, yeah, they just made me look like an idiot wrestler, and that's all I was. And it's like, you can't do that if that's not who the person was. You know, like,
You
change
can't.
it somewhere else. Make it harder for something. Invent something that
It's
didn't
all
happen.
Rudy's fault.
That's part of the story of what you want to tell. Don't change the person's personality
Yeah.
for the sake of the fucking story. Hollywood, I'm looking at you. What are we on here? Bobby Boucher was my vote,
For offense.
I know.
Stupid.
and then Michael Orr. So I think we're
We're back around. Yeah.
We're back
Okay.
around.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
not picking Michael.
We need a recap here. Who did everybody pick? I got Philip Finch, the biggest man ever seen.
I got Baba Houche.
I got Michael Orr.
And Ethan Suppley's Louis Lastic. That's right. I guess I'll vote first.
Like we were talking to the audience there for a second.
I'll pick Michael Orr. Michael Orr, real life to real life makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It
adds up.
It's back to Coach.
I got Michael Orr as well.
You got two of these, buddy. You got Michael Orr over here as well too.
There
Well
you go.
done. Well done.
Nice.
Had
to be said.
I think. What do we have left?
So now I think we should just do
kicker,
and defense, and then we're good.
We did defense.
What about cheerleader?
We did only offense.
Oh, we only did offense. You're right.
Yeah, you picked.
I'm sorry. I did. Yeah. Okay. You're right. What do you want to do first, kicker or defensive tackle? I think we should save kicker for last.
Okay, let's do defense.
What
then.
about cheerleader / mascot?
Oh, that's at the end. That's
Okay,
after we've
okay.
developed this whole thing.
What
here.
about cheerleaders?
You've got some stuff for that. I like that. I like that. Okay, so defensive tackle. That means Milan. You're
next.
I got Rudy. And I thought because I had the biggest man ever, I'm going to take the smallest man ever.
Biggest heart.
And they're going to join forces.
Like in kicking and screaming.
Exactly.
I get it. He's all heart, right?
He's all heart.
Yeah.
And if think about this, they may need to put him with somebody good, like my giant guy. But if he does even one good thing all year.
Yeah. That's the whole point of the movie. So
like,
that's fine.
And it's going to be in the championship game.
It's going to be in the championship, and everyone is going to get so much hype. Team morale could be low. They'd be 0-16.
Guys, we can do this.
But if Rudy stops one fullback,
everybody's day is made.
Just gets lower.
Yeah. Everything's all good. So
All right,
Rudy.
Rudy?
He's going to die out there.
I picked a angry, menacing force. I picked Charles Jefferson from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, has his car been smashed?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, good pick.
Yeah. No, he needs enthusiasm. He needs inspiration, right? Kind of like what happened in Any Given Sunday when he chops up what's-his-face's
That's
car.
right.
And also, I feel that as somebody on defensive tackle, bear with me here, I'm thinking positive. I'm thinking that the lazy eye could see a blitz coming where everybody else's peripheral vision not that
You're
strong.
bringing Forrest Whitaker's actual face.
Yes, yeah. Like I'm looking at it as a superpower and not as a defect, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, you guys can't see what's coming this way because you're looking this way. I'm all over the blitz.
That's what helps him. Yeah,
That's what helps him, right? So there's my two reasons why just angry Charles, right?
So
yeah, I'm gonna find a way to put Bobby Boucher on this team.
I love it. Let's 2 for 2 with me and him.
Yeah, I think he's funny, and I think we have to have one funny guy on the team.
You do. Yep. Locker room morale matters.
Locker room morale and get people laughing and in good moods, good spirits. He's a great team guy. Obviously, the teammates will like him. That's kind of the same point, but it goes together in a different way. And then finally, it's another ground up story. This guy, he's humble. He was the water boy.
Well, I 100% agree with you because I picked Bobby Boucher too.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Which is why you're so on his ass for picking up the offense.
Okay.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Whatever. We flipped it, script it, put my name down and reverse it.
Yeah. Jefferson's a good pick though.
All right. So we got. Where are we back to? Yeah. No. You. Me. You.
Yeah.
So, Milan.
I got a vote here. I'm going Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I like that deep. I like the deep pull.
Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big head, ready to go. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. What was yours again? Sorry.
Rudy.
That's right. Only because you have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you Rudy.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you want a break?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll give Rudy one too.
Well, we gotta have Rudy on the team. Biggest heart.
Biggest heart. And
Can't
you know
argue
what?
that.
If you need that one play at the end of the game, you know he's good for one play.
Yeah.
Right? You know he's good for a very short time on the field, get him off. He's like a relief pitcher.
And I feel like also the thing with Rudy is he's so eager to just do anything. Like after practice, he's picking up the pylons.
Yeah.
He's doing
He's
anything,
putting the balls back in the bag.
anything that will help him just do one good thing. He's there.
That's right.
He's the ultimate glue guy.
he's crazy glue, man.
Yeah.
All right.
He's crazy.
He's on the team. He doesn't have to do that anymore.
He's Gorilla Glue.
All right, kicker, and then down to the nitty gritty, and we can call this Who
you got, Mike?
I have where the hell is his name? I have Nigel the Leg Gruff
Cool.
played by Rai Fieffens from The Replacements. I have the soccer kicker come to the West. I have the guy who will bet on his own game, but that doesn't matter.
See, and here's what's interesting about that pick. They will try a soccer player in football, but they won't try a sumo wrestler. What is this?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean,
Because they've actually tried this before. They've brought in soccer players to play in college, and it just doesn't, for some reason, it just doesn't quite work. And I don't know why.
well, soccer and kicking, I can see
In the movie, it did.
You're kicking two different things. Am I
Yeah,
crazy
fair
here?
enough.
Yeah,
You
you
know
do
what I
have to
mean?
learn a
Kicking
different
a fucking
yeah.
oval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wobble, right?
Yeah.
Pitch, everything, all that stuff changes. But he just had the leg.
Yeah.
Right? He had
He
the
did.
distance. Once you get him down, you can get 60 out of him, 65, right? You got your 3 points that you need to win a game with the leg.
And he's got that gambling problem that all great athletes have.
Right? Exactly. He's an underdog, if that's the theme of today's debate.
That's a good pick.
So yeah, there you go, the leg. Sully, what about you?
Yeah, no, I'm taking Amanda Bynes, and she's all that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Can you read out the list again, just quickly on who we have so far?
So coach is Coach Herman Boone. Quarterback is Ben Stiller. Running back is Earl Meggett. And then wide receiver Deacon Moss. And on defense, Rudy. Offensive tackle Michael Orr. And center, Fumiko Jumbo.
Okay, so just to put it into perspective here, we really only have one guy that's maybe not so great in Deacon Moss. But everybody else has got good personalities.
But Rudy?
No. I'm saying like they're good people.
They're
Oh,
good
yeah.
people.
They're good
Yeah.
people. So we need a little bit of chaos on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my pitch.
Oh, no.
We had Harmon Tediso from Blue Mountain State. I don't know if
Yep.
you guys have ever seen.
Oh,
that
yeah.
show.
Oh shit.
I agree with you because that's who I picked as well.
Yeah. A little
my
bit of
goodness.
you add a little bit of chaos
Oh
to
my
the team.
goodness.
A little bit of chaos.
No
What's so
pregnancy
chaotic
scandals.
about him? Sell us on him.
He
He goes to Blue Mountain State University.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Oh, how have you never seen this, Michael?
I've heard about the show. I know it's football related, but
Oh, it's just fantastic. It's everything about college football that you assume it is, and it is. To what is it, like times 100?
Yeah, it's like Dude Bro. Very
Yeah.
Dude Bro show.
okay, all right. Does it show like
It's
the
Alan
skit-
Richson at his best. Is Rickson?
That's
Richson?
right.
Yeah, he's Thad
That's
Castle.
where he came from. I remember you talking about. Now I must. He's 240 right now.
You should check it out.
I've never seen a more thirst trap photo posted in my life. But he's 240 fucking pounds. Of I'm ready to film Reacher season 2.
He's Jack Reacher. Yeah.
It's. I'll show you after. It's fucking stupid how big this guy got inside of 5 months. Like he's on something. You can't be this big and not be on something.
He's eating extra greens.
Yeah, big screens.
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like it. So what's his name again?
Harmon Tedasco.
Harmon Tedasco.
Yeah.
Rhymes with
He's got a
Tabasco.
drug problem, but that's why we have the coach there.
No pregnancy scandals because he only has butt sex.
There you go.
Yep.
Sweet. Is that part of the story?
Yeah, he only has sex in the butt.
Yeah. And it's one of his many skills. He can show a lot of things like that.
That's right.
Wow, that's impressive. That's in the show. Go, Jimmy. Let's.
No, that's who I picked as well.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's you. Oh.
So we're on a team here.
This might be an illegal move,
Oh,
but
no.
I got Giampiero and Massimo from Kicking and Screaming.
Oh.
Pass it to the Italian.
Pass it to the Italians. It's been tried. It's a shot in the dark. It's a late round pick. We also need 2 guys, so we're gonna need some serious GM work to get both of them. We're gonna have to. Who
The
got
Sedins.
the Sedins? Was
Yep.
it Burke?
Yeah,
We're
bring
gonna
him
need
in.
Brian Burke to come in
We
and
got a
get this
couple
deal
trades to
done.
make.
Who got the Sedines?
Yeah,
They're
but
twins. Give them the same.
Yep.
John Piero and Massimo. I don't know. They did so much, and they also remember when they were like, "We need a rest." Yes,
They were
please
willing
rest.
to take it.
They were willing to take it for the good of the team.
And they can bring the food.
True.
That's true.
True.
They
They
cured
work
meats.
in a meat shop.
Well, and you have Italians, and when you need someone to dive like Greg Louganis, just
That's
call
what
an
you
Italian,
need.
right?
Yep.
Just they will overact
They
all day
will.
long on the field.
They
for you.
will.
Doesn't matter
Al
what.
Pacino. Over. I don't believe I will. That's my favorite of his lines from.
That's pretty good.
She's got a great ass, and you want to put your head all the way up it. All right, we got kicker out of the way. Let's see here. I'll vote first.
Who was yours?
Mine was Nigel the leg.
Right. Yeah.
And you guys were
Harmon Tedasco.
Harmon
from Blue Mountain
Tedasco.
State.
You can tell it's late in the show because we're all like, "Who did you have?"
Yeah.
I want a little Coke in the locker room. I want to shake things up. I'm going to give it to this Tedasco character. I don't know who he
Yes.
is, but you sold it on a level that I would now want to watch because Alan Richardson's in it, and that
Never know if I'm saying his last name right.
Me
I've
too.
never heard it said, so I just
I think
have
it's
no base.
I think it's Richardson. Richson. Alan Richson.
All right, whatever.
Richson.
It might be.
Richson. Sully?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pick my own pick, right?
Nope.
We can't pick ours.
You can pick mine, but I can pick yours.
It's cheating the system.
Well, considering you guys can't vote for yourself, and by default you end up voting for yourself, I will blow the whistle on this one and say you got to vote for me or Milan.
Okay, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to the brothers because we get 2 and 1.
Okay, fair enough. I
and
like
good good food. You can't deny the classic Italian tastes of
Jimmy's
cured
upset.
meats.
Yeah.
No. I fully agree, and that's the way I'm gonna go as well. Only because Nigel, you know what, he was gonna choke on that last kick,
That is true.
and Falco saved him. And
when the bookies show up to collect,
Yep.
he gets nervous and runs and leaves the team on the. He's
and
a
he
fucking
thinks
lever.
he thinks he's fine because he broke his leg. He's like, well, it's not my fault now. They're still gonna kill you, dude. You're not gonna be like, oh, you're right. You were right. Your leg's broken. This isn't your fault at all. You made the good bet.
All right, runner-up bullshit, end credit stuff, end of the show. What are we doing for cheerleaders, Milan? What are you thinking?
I got SJ from The Blind Side. He was so fun.
The little brother.
The little brother.
Oh, that's right. He's fucking adorable. Okay, that's perfect. That's also very, very progressive of you, right? Because you could go
Picking a small boy.
progressive in the Catholic Church. I don't know. But like, no. Like instead of going the standard, like I think it would just be funny to blend universes and be like, this is the same universe as Bring It On, and we bring back Kristen Dunst and what's her face? I can never remember.
I picked the cast of Drumline.
The shit. Yeah, there you go. Give them some pom poms on the end of their fucking drumsticks. What about you, Sully? Any cheerleaders for you?
Yeah, I did this wrong. This portion, I didn't pick like specific cheerleaders.
Did you make a
from movies.
cheerleading squad?
No, I just named them.
Oh,
But if I'm gonna pick one, I'll pull one out of my ass right now.
Sure.
I'm saying
Okay.
the Looney Tunes squad from Space Jam.
oh, with Babs.
Thing. Yep.
I love that. Garcia Bouvet, by the way, is the name of the other actress in Bring It On.
Great.
Sorry, late to the party. Nate Scarborough just had a moment. I like the Looney Tunes for sure. I was thinking Tracy Morgan from The Longest Yard.
Nice.
That's
Right,
nice.
get them in there, but like have a mix of them and maybe you know what? Have a mix of all of these different. Let's take some of mine. Let's take some of yours. We'll make a new cheer squad.
Yeah.
Well, I picked the drunken bulldog squad from Waterboy. They seem to always have me a pretty good time.
Oh, the guys who are like,
And they can drink pretty good.
and
Yeah.
the one guy who's
Well,
got the
I
big
think
accent.
they come with the cheerleaders and the mascot. They're all a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Steve Buscemi's character. in
No,
it.
no, because it's Ron Howard's brother, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ron Howard. I always put Ron Howard's brother as Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. Well, they're
in my-
just so ugly.
It's the bug eye.
If they just weren't so fucking ugly.
Where are we playing, guys? Where is this expansion team coming out of?
Jeez.
I can go first. If
Yeah,
you
Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
because I had this whole idea,
Okay.
and they all kind of tie together from mascot to cheerleading to name. Okay, so I'm trying to think of popular names for football teams.
Sure.
Right, and we got a lot of the Rough Riders. So I'm saying we flip it. We make it in Washington, so it's America's team.
Okay.
It actually is America's team, rather than
Not
calling it
fucking
America's
Dallas,
team
yeah.
and it's in Dallas.
Yeah.
And we call them the Washington Smooth Riders.
Wow. The Smooth Riders.
And then we take the name from the Pelicans for their arena, and we call it the Smoothie King Arena. And then finally,
Genius.
for the mascot, we have a banana and sexy PJs.
Why?
Can you
Because
describe them?
it's the smoothies, the Smoothie Kings.
Oh, the
yeah.
Smoothie King.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're also smooth, you know.
Yeah.
And
no.
then finally, the cheerleading squad would be called the Smooth
Watch it.
Smooth Operators.
Smooth
Nice.
Operator.
Yeah.
I like if you have a name for the
Yeah.
dance crew. Does anyone have anything better than that?
I don't have anything that can
No,
possibly
me
top
either.
that. I already see endorsement deals coming from Kraft Peanut Butter for Smooth and the whole
Makes
thing.
me want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Smooth
Ladies and
Operators?
gentlemen, you have the Washington Smooth Operators with the
Smooth
Smooth
Riders.
Operators. Well, sorry, what?
Smooth Riders.
Sorry,
The
the
Smooth
Washington
Riders.
Smooth Riders
So that's the name of the dance crew.
with the Smooth Operator Dancers
Yeah.
in Washington State
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
at the Smoothie King
Arena.
No,
Yeah.
wait. Did you mean Washington State or Washington D.C.?
Washington D.C. So it's
I like
America's
that.
team.
Yeah.
But it's really America's team. And plus, they need a better name.
Can it
than
be the
Commanders.
Smoothie King Stadium?
Yeah,
King
that's better.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Or Field.
Smoothie King Field
Yeah.
Bitcoin.com arena.
with what's Banana's name?
Oh.
Banana in pajamas.
Anna the Banana.
I like that. What if
Yeah.
it's just that mascot
Anna the
from
Banana
the
in
cartoon?
pajamas.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pajama Anna the Banana.
Ugh.
Pajama Anna the Banana.
Yeah.
That plays.
There you go.
That rolls off the tongue well. that you can do in a commercial.
God, I hope that I imagine they play on one of those fields that's also a baseball diamond, and they like don't clean it off.
No,
either.
there's still gravel on it.
Yeah.
It's like the track that gets wet in longest yard. That's exactly what they get to play on when they soak the fucking.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody picked like Kevin Nash from the longest yard, or Stone Cold
Goldberg.
Steve Austin, or
Yeah.
Goldberg from the guard
Stone
team.
Cold shits himself in that movie. I can't believe they got him to agree to do that.
Just tarnishes his name.
Yeah, he's the guy who shit himself in that movie.
But he redeemed himself in Grown Ups 2.
He did.
Yeah.
That's his redemption is grown-ups too.
He beats everybody up.
In Hollywood, you fail upwards, Milan.
That's true.
If I ever got hit with a stunner, I swear to God, I would sell the shit out of that. I'd go fucking flying.
I would start every sentence with Austin 316 after
Yep.
that. Just because I've been stunned, I'm allowed to. Right? Comes with the fucking territory.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, what are you gonna say?
I think we put a good team together.
I think
today.
we put. I was gonna say, if you think you could have done better, which I'm sure you could.
Who'd we leave out?
Who'd we leave out? What do you want to see on this team? Do you have any ideas for this team? There's a place. It's called the link in our bio. It's on our Instagram page. It's on our Twitter page. It's on our Facebook page. In that link in bio, you just hit leave a voicemail. And then you say, regarding episode so-and-so, I think, and then we play it on the next couple episodes. What do you say to that? I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So don't be shy. Don't be afraid.
We've had one.
We've
you
had
can
one.
do it now.
Who was it? I always forget his name.
Ronald Moore.
Ronald Moore,
from
which we
Manitoba Money Shot.
Manitoba Money Shot.
Yeah.
We've loved it, Ronald. We've just forgot to play it, and it's not set up right now. So one day we will play it, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, that's what that sounds like," and it will all make sense. But yeah, go leave a voicemail for what we got, and then we'll if it's about what Milan said, what Sully said, what Jimmy said, what I said, whatever.
Do you guys have any plugs? Plugs to plug?
Yeah, plugs. Places,
Plugs?
Jeez.
Plugs?
things are doing.
Things?
Stand-up comedy show coming soon. Your way.
When?
Lockport, Manitoba.
Lockport. Give me all the
Gaffers.
details.
Gaffers.
When this comes, when is it coming out?
The show?
You're sorry. When is your show happening? Not when is it
October
coming?
29th.
October 29th.
It's a
Oh,
spooky
perfect.
Halloween
Okay,
show.
But
perfect,
you can
yeah.
catch it on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, October 29th.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We'll plug the fucking shit out of that, and you should go see it because they're funnier when I'm not controlling them.
Lockport.
Lockport. What? Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to tell the good listener. That's about it. Leave the voicemail. Follow us. This is your first time. Just join the Debaterverse, man. That's what we call it. It's everything. It's all of the comedy. It's all of the Instagram. It's all the social media. It's the TikTok. It's all the things that we do. Following Jimmy is joining the Debatingverse. Going to stand-up comedy is joining the Debatingverse. Anything that is advertised in this basement that smells like dude is the Debaterverse. So join it and get to know us. I got nothing else. I've been Bobby Boucher.
I have to do I've been?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been Deacon Moss.
Oh, and I've been MVP ayahuasca user Aaron Rodgers.
I've been your president of the Smooth Riders.
CEO.
CEO, yeah.
All right, watch all the movies, watch all the TV Kids, and say bye, everybody. Say bye.
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 Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, another Real Debaters production is in the can. Thank you so much for listening. If this is your first, second, third, fifth, 20th time, thank you so much. But thank you to the first timers, the ones here who pressed play for the first time and took a gamble on us. If you like what you heard today, the easiest thing to support the show is just to subscribe. Hit the like button, the follow button, whatever's in your podcast player. Make it so that we're always there every Wednesday for you, okay? That would be huge. If you want to stay in touch with us, if you want to follow us, there's a couple ways to do that. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We're slowly migrating to YouTube by putting all of the things we've ever put on video onto that site. There's some surprises coming this year that happened a while ago, but I felt needed to be shared because they're part of the Debaterverse. So the YouTube page is coming. But if you want to follow us, it's at Real Debaters Pod on Twitter and Instagram. It's the Real Debaters Podcast on TikTok. All of the links, all of the one-click away things are in the show notes that you've just listened to. So if you want to follow us there, that would be great too, because then you get to stay in the know of all the things that we do and what we're going to try to do this year and what we've done in the past, so on and so forth. So that's how you stay in touch with us. If you want to contact us, it's therealdebaters@gmail.com. All the spelling for all these things is REEL to keep with the title of the show. So you can send an email to us there, request an episode, want to call out one of us for being a goofball. There's places to do that as well too, like the Real Debaters website. You can email us, or you can go straight to the website, rate us in Podchaser, realdebaters.ca. And if you really, really liked what you heard and you want to support the show in some fashion that requires you spending money, well, we got a couple ways for you to do that as well too. You can buy our merch at the Prop Shop. It's a store through Threadless, and it's online, and you can order stuff. We've got tons of stuff. We've got our Mass Debater wear there. It's our signature, original, and only line. It's our logo on everything. So you can support us that way. Go to the merch tab in the show notes. Or if you just got $1 and you're like, hey, I want to give you $1 and donate it to your cause, there is a tab in the show notes as well too that says donate to the Debaterverse, I think. And if you click on that, it takes you to a donation page where you can donate like $1, $3, and $5, and you'll get something for your $1, $3, or $5. Any more than that's just ludicrous. Luda. So, that's just kind of what I wanted to tell you. That what I said at the end of the show. This is what you should listen to, because this is all about who we are, and now that we've gotten to where we are, we want to interact with you guys more. So these are the ways to do so. This is the way to stay in touch with us. Thank you to everybody, again, who's listened to the show. Again, you pressed play. You took a chance. That's cool. So without further ado, this is where I said I would talk more, so it's eggs on your face. No, I got nothing else for you. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week, and watch all them fucking movies. Bye-bye.